Yeah, Cashy King here. Oh, my chef to the left is back. Vacationing. Got Mikey the Wall. Doing what he does. For that wall.
That is what I do.
It's legendary. It's goddamn legendary. Telling
That's all I do.
This is the Sports Goombahs. We are live from the 515 studios here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. If you're interested in chiming in some of the chaos and crap that's going on, 267-563-2893. That's 267-563-2893. We're live at www.sgshow.net. Sports Goombahs. First hour is brought to you by Castle Public Adjusters. Fire and water damage to your house, toilet overflow, water heater burst, drop something on your floor, you're just playing something crazy happens to your house. You want to give Castle Public Adjusters a call. 215-752-1237. 215-752-1237. Check them out at castlepa.com. All right. How you doing, man? Good, Mike? You all right?
I'm good.
You working at Twitter? What's going on?
I'm always
Twitter?
on it.
You're always on Twitter.
You can always tweet us at Sports Goombahs.
That's right. We're
on Twitter.
At Sports Goombahs. We're also on Facebook. Chef's back from vacation. I was on a little vacation myself. You know, look at me. I'm all relaxed. You know, I got.
Yeah, you didn't get the memo, by the way. It was black shirt and hat night.
You know what? I forgot the hat because I got this fresh haircut from my girl Jeannie across the street here from the studio. She cut me real nice. You know, one thing I didn't have this week? Any traffic crap. I didn't get involved in any traffic situations. Even on my way home.
That's where you're wrong. He will always have something to bitch about.
On my way home.
True.
My way home from the shore, 95 tried to get to me. They tried to dig into me about the 4 o'clock mark on a Saturday evening. Couldn't do it.
Well, I did 12 and a half hours on the road yesterday from North Carolina to the ferry in Delaware to Wildwood up to here. So all smooth. So I can't complain.
Good vacation. Didn't do a whole lot. Sat back, relaxed, feel good.
Played a little golf. I played a little golf, but the golf wasn't very good. I think I had my worst round since
What'd you shoot?
I think it was about 120.
Oh
God, even I beat that.
Dude, I was with
You're awful.
You know who golf with me?
Who?
Ark.
Little Ark?
Ark Primo.
All right.
This little shit.
You probably shot like a 70.
This little shit's 10 times better than me. I've been playing 30 years more. He's so focused. This guy we know, the whole family's athletes.
I shot a 108.
This dude was dropping 20-foot putts.
Yeah.
On the first 5 holes.
That's what they do. It's a family of athletes.
Unbelievable.
You are far from an athlete.
No, I'm definitely an athlete, but this golfing has got me, I'm twisted. 35 years of this crap.
It's kind of like his picks all over the place.
Yeah.
No, they're in one place.
Yeah.
That's the lost column.
In the traps.
I'm working on that. You can talk like that all you want now, but when the going gets good, you better be with me. That's for sure. Before we get into any kind of sports talks here, I'm going to talk about, I got home, I was home Thursday before I went away for a couple of days, and I actually couldn't wait to see these stinking debates. It's like, it's almost like it was seeing that was like Saturday Night Live. It was like not ready for primetime players up there on the stage. I mean, here I am sitting at the TV. I'm watching what is supposed to be guys running for presidency. And it's nothing but a bunch of clowns screaming at each other, beefing with each other back and forth. Donald Trump's got full control of everything.
Sounds familiar.
Now, here's the thing. I look at this Trump character, right? And do I like him, Mike? No, absolutely not. I don't want him as my president, but I want his liking kind to be the president, maybe. What he's talking about.
The stuff he's talking about you like, but you just can't. You look at him and you can't get behind the guy. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much. But here's the thing. I'm looking at this, and he's making a mess out of it. He went out with that Megyn Kelly back and forth, whatever he said about her eyes bleeding, whatever else was bleeding. It was all bullshit, whatever. Trump knows exactly what he's doing. This thing is so...
Keeping the attention on him?
This thing is so planned out. The way I see everything right now, the problem is the GOP crew. What are you going to do with this guy if he bows out? They want his votes. So all of them got to pander to him, right? Because they can't say anti-Trump stuff because when he does bow out, his votes are going to have to go somewhere. And if Trump says, well, he wants his crew to go to that guy, to this guy, each one, they want his vote. They want his 24% that's sitting out there right now.
He's 10% above everybody else.
That's my point. Yeah. My point is they can't beef with him too much because they want his votes.
Then why'd they kick him out of the next debates?
That was some dude. That was the dude who was controlling
the moderator?
Yeah, that's some clown just trying to make... Listen, don't tell me Megyn Kelly from Fox, whatever the hell you want to call it, Fox News, it's Fox Comedy. She's loving this. She's bigger than she ever was. If people didn't know who she was, they do now. She's now international after this situation. But I look at this and I say, who's benefiting from this whole thing, this whole chaotic thing? And to me, there's only one man benefiting from this. And that's the maestro himself, Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton has got, listen to me, think about this. He's got Donald Trump in his pocket. There's something going on here to where Trump's making a complete mess of the GOP, right? So what he does about there, the one man who would benefit the most from this is Bill, because if his wife gets in there, he's the first dude and he controls shit.
The first dude.
He runs shit. I'm telling you, if she becomes president, he's running shit.
He's not running shit. He didn't run it shit the first time.
She ran it.
She ran it.
No.
It
doesn't matter.
He just gets to sit there in the White House.
Wrong, stinking wrong. I'm telling you, if you look at what's going on here and think of it the way I'm telling you, it looks like that makes the most sense out of anything that's going on. Because what else could be going on here? Does Trump really want to be president? Or does he just want to make a mess of the presidency?
I think he'd like to be president. I really don't think he cares.
It doesn't matter to him. If he doesn't win it, big deal. He just goes back to being Trump, gets his show back on TV, and he gets in bed whenever he becomes president once again.
The worst thing that could happen if we're going to get all political.
I'm not getting political here.
No. I don't mean it like that. I'm talking strategy.
Listen, I don't care about that stuff. Right now, all it is material for me. I love this shit.
The worst thing that could happen, though, is he doesn't get the nod or whatever, and it's close, and he runs as an independent. Then he screws up everything. He screws up everything for everybody.
Yeah, and that's, once again, who benefits from that?
He does.
No, he doesn't. He's not going to become president. He doesn't benefit from it. Clinton benefits from it.
I'm telling you, I think he says half the stuff that's good for some people on the left and some people on the right. He's crazy enough to be that person in the middle that could get elected if he runs independent. He could take enough from both sides to screw everything up.
I don't think he can take from the Democrats. I just don't think he can. They're laughing. If you listen, they're just laughing at this whole thing because they don't have to say anything right now. Usually you'll see CNN and their crew beefing against the Republicans, but they don't give a damn because they don't have to do nothing. Right? They let Trump battle with his own crowd there. Basically what's happening. It's great stuff, man. Hey, I watched the debates. That was great. I thought it was a show.
I guess as an American, I should watch these, right?
How old are you?
27. I'll be 28. And,
do you vote?
This is my last 28-year-old show, actually, or 27-year-old show.
Do you vote?
No, I don't vote.
You never voted?
Never voted, no. Making you proud, right?
I'm a notary. I got to vote. I don't have a choice. That's my thing with that. I mean, it's the whole thing. The joke of it.
It's a great show.
It's great. It's good.
Great
TV.
entertainment.
It's good TV. But if you think about it, that's your presidency. That's what goes on in your government. You got a guy like Jeb Bush who don't even know what to say, and half the other dudes aren't even saying anything. And Governor Chris just sitting there smiling with his big fat stomach. He doesn't say anything.
He fought. Who did he fight with?
The young dude with the hairdo. What's his name? Ron Paul's kid. Paul, whatever his name. Rand.
Paul Rand.
Yeah, ran away Paul. With this curl, what's got that curling hair? What is that, man? It looks like
I don't know what it is.
It's an updo. He's a character. And the funny thing is, it wasn't even funny. The seriousness of it is the questions that were asked had nothing to do with what the American people were interested in hearing, like border, like money. It was all about bullshit. I mean, what did she come up asking me? Why did I have to hear? I forgot the lady's name they were beefing about.
Megyn Kelly.
Yeah, she was. What was the lady's?
Rosie
O'Donnell. What is Rosie O'Donnell's name even coming up in a presidential debate? Right there. It should not even been. That's stupid. I see what Trump's saying. What is Rosie O'Donnell have to do with anything?
I just wanted to hear, ask me about what you're going to do about the economy. What you're going to do about national security.
Social Security.
And what you're going to do about immigration. Because that's the big
I don't want to hear religion and the abortion
matter.
crap. That doesn't matter to my everyday living. Yeah,
to your everyday living, but to females, it is kind of part of everyday living.
Listen. I'm not going to get into that.
It doesn't matter because it's on the books as a law right now, and it's never going to get overturned because of what's the Justice Department. Right. Not in our lifetime. It's never going to get overturned because the justices, the chief justices, that's also Supreme Court.
That's also a people thing too. That we vote on that could be, could overrule everything. You know what? Get rid of that. I want to apologize. There's one guy on the. I don't even know their names because they weren't even focused on the names.
The reason I don't remember their names is because, and like I said, I didn't watch this, but just from hearing about it and you know, just and but like not one person in any of the thing other than Hillary and unfortunately Trump stands out.
That's it.
They're just names.
You can't run for president and last name be Bush. You can't do it. Don't waste your time and money. It's not happening.
Yeah, your brother already blew that for you.
And then you get up there and say your brother didn't do that bad. He's why things are like they are. I'm a Republican, and I'm disgusted with the crew. Really, I am, because they keep saying the same bullshit over and over again. And then when Trump gets up there and doesn't bullshit you, they're pissed off.
Because I love it. I like you don't bullshit me.
That's right. I would love to see Rand Paul come up and talk like that.
It won't happen.
Right. That's right. It won't happen.
And it won't happen with Bush, and it won't happen with Walker.
Nobody. Christie might go that route now.
Well, Christie was always off the cuff. He always did what he wanted to do. Yeah. And that's always been his political down. He's going to go hug the president. That's fine. It was political. It was party suicide for him to do that. Yeah. Because now they keep throwing it in his face. Even though it might have been the right thing to do at the time to make peace so you could get money for everybody that got destroyed in Sandy. That might have been the right thing.
I don't mind him hugging the president.
No, I don't mind it either.
They want to make a big stink about it.
Political suicide, party suicide for him.
That's because that's how the party runs. Anything you did good for Obama was bad against the party. But he's his whole platform, Christie, is like this marijuana shit. I mean, come on, get off it. He wants illegalized across. It's not going to be illegalized across the country.
Illegal?
Illegal, yeah. He wants to take it all away. I
think he was saying delegalize.
Okay.
No. He wants to. Right.
You're saying delegalize.
Delegalize. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. That's what I meant. Right. That's what he wants. That's his platform. That's 3 times I've heard him talk about that. What does that got to do with economy? You're going to take something away even though it's marijuana, they got to still do more studies on it. It's a money making thing for the state. Don't mess with that. Go someplace else. Do something else. Worry about Social Security. Worry about jobs. Do what you're supposed to do. Don't shut down the bridge because you're pissed off. It's my random.
Talk some sports now or no?
No, sports.
Can Christie hit a fastball?
He can't fastball. I don't even. It's got a word "wawa" on it. Speaking of hitting fastballs, I'm watching baseball again here in Philly.
So am I. I've just been a closet.
I've been watching whole games. I'm actually, when guys come to the plate, I stop to see what they're doing. Every player, there's not a player on that team I don't want to see play. I can't believe it. In 3 weeks, the whole thing has changed.
We talked about it. Just give us we're not expecting
like an idiot
you.
Because I'm guilty of just being like, I'm a doomsayer anyway. But to think that they had no talent team, and I don't know who picked these guys or who scouted these guys. I'm not sure who did it. They don't really. Ever since the new general manager came in there, and the new coach, it's been a whole different deal. So is it the new general manager? Is he a general manager? He's a president, is he?
He is. Ruben's still general manager.
Yeah, I'm saying the other guys. That's what I'm talking about. What's his name? What's his name? Who's the new general? McPhail. Yeah, right.
McPhail.
Yeah, right. Since he's come in there, things have changed.
But he doesn't take official power.
Yeah, it's really, he has nothing to do with it.
But inside, you could be something going on.
He might. He does have a say if you're making trade deals. Right. That was the thing. He does have a say in that.
I think the Hamels trade went down well. We won't know for a couple of years, but it seems like when everybody in the league agrees with the trade, which is something you never hear in a Phillies trade.
Exactly.
Then that's the rest of the country say, well,
it's usually we think we got pretty good, and everybody's going, I can't believe they did that.
Right, exactly.
This seems to be very good for both sides, I should say. Yeah. But the amazing thing is, a month ago you heard us.
Yeah,
we're saying, please,
I'm 5 years out.
just give us something. We're not saying we want to win all the time. We don't want to go on a 15-5 run. We're glad we did, but I wasn't asking for that. I just wanted to not see the old guys playing. Yeah, with the new guys sitting on the bench, same boring, not hustle, boring baseball.
Here's the thing: the old guys some of them are still playing. The catcher's playing well.
Catcher's playing awesome.
Well, there's no other option. I mean,
I'm just saying he's just playing well right now.
Cameron Rupp.
They got the great catcher. He's a great prospect. That guy.
Cameron Rupp is the worst baseball player I've ever seen play sport.
Yeah,
pretty close.
But the one they got from Texas in the deal for Hamels.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a star.
Okay.
He's gonna be your boy the next 10 years.
Jay Sutley came back, led off, had a couple hits, had a key hit yesterday.
I mean, he looks comfortable there. He does look comfortable as a leadoff guy.
Yeah, it does. I mean, and he's smart enough to be a leadoff guy too. He can take pitches. He's showcasing right now, obviously.
How about Herrera hitting the 3-hole a couple times?
Wait, that guy's got some power, man. He's
For being a tiny guy.
Well, it's that huge leg
game
kick.
I was at, and then yesterday he hit one. I was 2 days ago. He hit one out.
Yep.
He's a second deck.
400.
I got a second baseman who can hit the ball.
Like that.
He's a center fielder.
Center fielder, center fielder can get the ball.
Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Either way, I like it.
Oh, we have an out. Oh, we were talking about how no one in the outfield hits home runs. Since we said something, even Ashley's been hitting a couple of them out. So things are changing over there. Nobody speaks English, but nobody cares. We don't. It's baseball. You don't have to talk in baseball anyway.
I just get cracked up. Like I just watch Franco and Galvis. Like it's like you watch those two playing. Like and I was sitting there thinking it the night before when I watched a game, and then I was listening in the car on the way up, driving home, and here Fransky and what do you call it? Anderson were sitting there talking about, look at these guys. They just look like they're playing like a game. They're having so much fun.
Yeah, well, it's
the
a
key
winning
word
breeds fun. Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, I'm just going to pull up yesterday's lineup just in general. I mean, Hernandez young, Herrera young, Franco young. Other than Howard, everybody else is, even Frank Core's old, 1-year deal, so he's playing for something.
Right.
Yes.
Ashley young, Galvi's young, Ruiz is Ruiz. But other than that, these all guys who they have a reason to play.
Right.
Like they need to play well because they want that next they want a job, they want the contract, they want something. So it's something to play for.
Even Frank Core's been a pleasant surprise.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Recently he's been very hot.
I just hope they
because he's not going to be here after the year. He wants someone to play next year.
And you know what? The thing is, they're going to need. You got this kid. I don't think he'll be catching next year. Well, he might. He might be taking 60%. So you got Chooch in his last deal, which ends up perfect for you. Last year of his deal, right? Yeah, next year's his last. So you got, like, if he ends up taking half, make 30% of the catching responsibility next year, I think it's great. It's a win. That was a win-win.
Yeah. All I know is that we're watching the team, and hopefully this is like 2005, where you see the nucleus of the new team that's going to compete in a couple years. A couple pitchers. Starting pitching's pretty good right now. What they got out there.
It's been.
They got a closer who's throwing 100 miles an hour, really, 98, 99.
Yeah.
And he's having fun, enjoying himself, don't really care. What did he shut down? He saved all those games.
7. He's got 7 now, right?
Yeah.
7, 8 saves.
I've been saying this for weeks. I can't. I couldn't wait till Pop Bomb's gone. Because Giles is lights out for his 9. It's not like he had a short run where he's been good. His career ERA is like 1.4.
Yeah.
Like he's killing it. So you have a guy making nothing. Young, throwing heat. And then you had, again, I'd like Papelbon, but Papelbon, his arm was, wearing down. He was still putting out good results, but that contract needed to be moved.
Bad karma.
You had to do it.
Bad karma.
That's the thing. They literally gave him to Washington.
Yeah.
Because he had to get in it. The guy that got back is nothing.
Yeah, and he's out of your locker room. The bullshit's out of your locker room. Young guys don't need no one.
Just write it off the books.
Yep, that's it. And it's a good thing. And he'll fade away. That whole thing will fade away soon enough. They need a banger. They need a first.
They're still a long way away, of course. But
yeah,
you can see it now. Whereas a couple months ago, there was nothing to see. There was nothing to go to the stadium and watch. Right. There was no future of like, okay, I can see this going somewhere.
I get calls for tickets.
Yep.
It's already started. I put some up on StubHub. They sold in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? It's like all of a sudden, it's like the Dow Jones goes up and down, like Flyers games. They get a streak. They go running back and forth. I don't know. It's who knows? This could be a team that they bounce their way back. They're close to coming back and winning 70 games maybe. That's a goal right now, I guess, to win 70.
That would be a nice.
Yeah.
That would be a nice plus.
That would be a nice plus.
Because when we say at the beginning of the year, it was 67.
67. Well,
I think it was 62 or
62.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was down to 62. Yeah, absolutely.
No, I mean, for us, when we talked about it, it was 67. I think that's what we kind of all agreed on at the beginning of the season, 67. So it'd be nice to at least hit that mark.
Well, to get 67, you guys talk. I'll do the math on this one.
Excuse me.
It doesn't really matter if they get the win total, as long as the games they're competitive and we're watching these things and you're sitting around it by the 7th inning, you're not gone. First 2 innings, they're getting blown out or it just doesn't look like they're playing. But when you see out, the fundamentals here all kicking in, you're seeing good play, good ball playing. Mm-hmm. You can throw into the right base, no lackadaisical shit. I'm doing it. I'm done. Like I said, It is what it is. We need baseball, but with football coming up, it's going to get trumped real soon.
Oh yeah,
so to speak.
It's got about
yeah.
Actually, it has about a week left. Once preseason starts, that's all we're going to care about again.
Watching those Toronto Blue Jays, man, are they the best team in baseball right now? I mean, they got.
It's hard. St. Louis is obviously they're still playing baseball, so they're still one of the best.
But these guys are banging the ball, man. They just what did they do? Dump the Yankees 3 games.
Swept
them. The Yankees didn't score. They scored a run in 8 of those 3 games.
I didn't check.
One run in those 3 games. Shut them down. That's some good. We got great pitching.
Now the Phillies have 50 games left right now, 50 even. They have 45 wins. So to get 70, they would need to win 25. 25 and 25.
That's 500.
That's 70 wins.
That's realistic.
That's very realistic.
And they don't have who they playing. They got the division.
I don't think it
right?
matters.
I haven't seen. They're going to be playing Washington. The Mets coming around the corner.
They're playing Toronto coming up this week here. So that'll be.
You take those 2 losses.
The best team.
Toronto's coming here. Oof, better put a net up and out. You better put a net in that outfield.
So they got to go 25 and 23 then. Just take those 2 losses and start over.
Yeah. We got to focus on those games here. Even though Toronto's going to score some runs in that stadium, regardless who they put on that mound. Just the way it is. Too much power in that team.
Worst record in the American League, do you know?
Worst record in the American League?
Mm-hmm.
Who is it?
Yeah,
Seattle.
Nope. Boston.
That's hard to believe. Yeah,
but this is not. It's not the first. But it's not the first time they've done this. Like it was a year or 2 ago. Like whatever it was.
It's their part of their plan.
They
want to get some.
We complain a lot, but I mean. What does Boston have?
But here's what the deal is. Boston has titles.
Yeah.
Plenty of them.
Yeah, I mean, you get
when you're in a city like that wins, you don't care how your ball club's not, your baseball team's not playing well, but your hockey team's real good and your football team constantly appears in the Super Bowl. So, to have a team going bad for you is no big deal. When you're a city like us, who we starve for that championship. The biggest thing in this city is the parade. We always talk about the parades. That's we throw the best, but it's a shame we don't have that many to talk about.
We've had what?
We've been through this before, 5 or 6 of them. I think 5 of them. I don't even remember. We have 2 hockeys, 2 baseball, 1 basketball. That's it. That's 5 parades in our lifetime. It's a shame. Some of these bigger cities have 5 parades in a 10-year span.
In your lifetime. I have 1.
You have 1. Yeah. See, there it is. That's unbelievable, right? All you have to do is move to a different city and straighten that out.
I can move to Tampa and have more.
Can you?
Yeah.
The Lightning got 1, and the Rays didn't win a World Series. The football team won 1 Super Bowl.
They won.
Right?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, 2. Well, that's for a city like that, which 10 people show up at the games, it's not bad. Not bad at all. So yeah. So the Phillies are exciting. They're in. Toronto's playing good baseball, and any reason to care because I care. You see that catch that girl made? On the ball girl for San Diego?
Yes.
You go to our website and click on the front page, home page, and you go right to her. Go to our Facebook page too. You got a picture. This lady, I didn't get her name. She's probably a little young girl. She caught who's a Matt?
Matt Kemp.
Matt Kemp hit a liner that a professional line drive, ripped off the bat. If it was up a little more, it would have been out of the ballpark. And this girl stabbed this thing over her head, over her shoulders. Probably saved a couple lives for those kids. Came down with the ball and then flipped it to the girl, like nonchalant, like no problem. There it is. Did a little tip of the hat and walked away. Cody Ashley sitting there with his eye. He's looking at it like, wow, did you just make that catch? It was Matt Kemp, I think. Was it?
I said that.
Oh, did you say Kemp? Yeah, that's who it was.
If you listen to me.
Great. Yeah. I can't multitask. I got headphones on and I'm talking. You want me to listen to it? Come on, man. Give me some. Who you think you're dealing with here?
I just pulled it up. I'm watching it again. It's just
it's incredible.
And it's just like flick.
It happens so fast. Another crazy play in baseball. I forget where it was.
And she, the worst part is I think she's actually tipping her hat before her other foot's actually on the ground going, how you doing?
Yeah.
And then the fist bump from the security guard next to her just goes,
good stuff.
Nice.
3 months ago, she got started for us.
Yep. Good stuff. The way it goes. Anything else in baseball? Baseball is pretty much
baseball is
boring, man. It's like that. There's nothing going on. It's positioning. It's all positioning.
We already had the excitement of the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Now it's just jockeying for position for the September run.
You following Hamels at all? See what he's doing? I don't even know if he
won
or lost. That's not a good baseball team.
I have not followed Cole Hamels.
Yeah.
You don't want to follow you don't follow your ex on Facebook after you break up to see what she's doing. You just
and if you do, people, you have a problem.
Yeah, well, when we have a platform to talk about it, sometimes we have to do that type of thing. I just I don't follow. It was like vacation. This week I didn't follow too much sports.
I didn't.
It kind of followed me. The stuff that goes on. It just gets with social media now. It's you wake up in the morning, boom, it's there in front of you.
You just look. You hit Sports Center. You hit your Twitter. You do the mandatory things.
Yeah.
I said to myself, my goal on vacation was to drink about 24 beers and half a bottle of scotch.
Did you accomplish that goal?
Yeah, and then some. Don't ask me how I managed. I managed to smoke some ribs down in North Carolina. I don't know how the hell I did it, but we did it, and it ended up being very nice.
Smoke some ribs. Now that in the chef session later on, tell us how to make some good ribs.
Yes.
All right.
And Cole's 0-1, 2 starts.
0-1, 2 starts. So
and what happened? Well, let me guess, they're not hitting for him either.
No, they're hitting for him. He got 7 and 3 runs of support. Didn't get a win.
Wow. He would have got. Imagine how many games he would have ran up. He would have had if how many wins he would have had if we gotten him 7 runs over 3 games.
When pitchers leave Philadelphia, things don't go so good for them. Just ask Hap, Kendrick, multiple. Hap, Hendrick. And who's that guy?
Kendrick.
Hendrick. You know what I'm talking about. Jimmy Hendricks.
He's getting his Hendricks mixed up with his Kendrick.
Vance Worley.
There you go. Vance Worley, another one. And that's.
Although Burnett did make an All-Star team this year.
Yeah, but he wasn't one of ours. He didn't come up with us.
Oh, you really associate with J.A. Happ, don't you?
Well, he came out of our
system.
He's
a true Philly. He was like 28 when he came out of our system.
Well, whatever. He just came out of our system. Journeyman. What I'm talking about.
He was like a fish that was left under the seat.
AJ Burnett, he's been a World Series winner. I mean, come on. That's what I'm talking about. It's like saying whatever.
Hey. It's
like saying, this guy over here. What Halliday? Is he known as a Philly? Is he known as?
He may be.
Yeah. Well, he's had his best games as a Philly, but he played longer for Toronto. Got beat up in Toronto a lot. Came here and won. So, baseball at his best.
So speaking of the best. Well, debating. He was a Giants fan. He was a Giants man. Frank Gifford. No.
Frank Gifford. Yeah, I like Frank Gifford. You want to talk about that? Frank Gifford's. I didn't see him play.
I didn't either.
To me, he's a guy with a microphone. He did. He was good at what he did. He was when we were kids. He was the NFL. He was the Monday Night Football crew. Couldn't wait to, Monday Night Football was such a special thing that when your team was on, it was a big deal. Like now, like in your year, and now being on Monday Night Football is no big deal anymore. I mean, with Sunday night,
that's like 4th my depth chart of games.
Yeah, right. It's not even
exactly.
It's not even the game anymore. Back when we were kids, that was the game. It was a marquee matchup all the time, and a lot of Dallas Cowboys won a lot. Redskins, the team Steelers, all the good teams got most of the Monday night watches.
Yeah, you could.
That's why it was so rare to see an Eagle team on that in the 70s because, and when you did, it was special. It didn't happen too many times.
Well, and also too, you knew you were going to get a good game. You knew you were going to get something good out of it, and I think that's where when we were growing up, you talked about more teams, but better players on more teams. We've always brought that up in spots. The funny thing about that is, you paid attention to those games because you knew that there were going to be premium players on there. And it kind of got if you think about it, it was good marketing. It kind of drilled the good players into your head because you knew that Monday night was the premier night. It was the good night. Now it's Sunday night, it seems like.
Yeah. Frank Gifford was more than just a Monday night. He did some ABC Wide World of Sports. He married that nutbag.
And it's sad that for my generation, that is what he's known as.
What the nutbag?
He's known as Kathy Lee's husband. That's what he's known as.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. He got caught a couple times being bad on it, but
what's a couple times?
Yeah, it's no big deal. I mean, he's known when you talk about him, you talk about how his career was at where Bucknaric crushed him, broke his leg, sat on top of him for a couple minutes before he let him up. I think concrete tried. So when the screaming stopped, that's when I let him up. Whatever.
Knocked him out, right?
I don't know about knocking him out, but that was the end of his career pretty much. That's all you needed back in those days. That was equal to the Lawrence Taylor hit on Theismann, same type of thing. End of story.
Still never watched that video.
No, you can't. Yeah, that's a tough one, man.
I don't do.
That's a tough snapper, man. You see
bones coming out.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Slow mo and LT grabbing his head. Like,
was that Monday Night Football?
That was Monday Night Football. Yeah, yes,
it was.
I believe,
it comes together.
Yep, Monday Night Football on the big stage.
Now, do you have any Monday Night Football memories that stick out to you at all?
Well, the John Lennon death was actually broadcast to us on Monday Night Football by Cosell. He actually interrupted the game. That was on a Monday night when Lennon got shot. That's the one I remember the most as far as excitement in it. I mean, there's so many big plays on Monday Night Football back in the day, and even now you can't go back them. I mean, I think it was the Raider game where Cosell called him a little monkey running down. That was the end of his career.
Jesus.
Oh no, that was Jimmy the Greek.
No, Greek had his one too, but I think it was Cosell called and watch that little monkey run. Yeah, and that was the end of him.
Oh,
did he mean it in that way?
No, what happened was Cosell called his grandkids monkeys. That's what he did. All his grandkids were little monkeys around. We had them all around the house. That's what he said afterwards. And he did that back to the time when it was, wasn't as when Archie Bunker was still on TV, calling him way worse. You know what I mean?
That always surprised me that he kind of like dwindled out because
Cosell was the very last racist person on the earth, man. I mean, come on. Him and Ali he made Ali. He gave Ali that platform to talk and be Muhammad Ali. He was his spokesman.
He was like the Gene Okerlund.
Yeah.
Who? Gene Okerlund from the wrestling. He was the same thing.
He doesn't know that.
Wow,
he should.
Oh, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, come on now. Yeah. Like he would sit there.
I don't know. Something. I'm not putting him in Cosell's category.
No, I don't mean like that. But like there were points where.
No.
I'm saying probably Okerlund stole off of Cosell the way he would do stuff because.
I'm talking Ali here. You're talking a bunch of actors.
No, I'm talking about how he interviewed him and kind of set him up to give him his platform.
Mean Gene Oak, the wrestling guy, compared to Howard Cosell?
No, I'm not comparing. I'm saying he stole it. He stole that kind of. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
You. Okay. And am I insulting? Am I insulting Okerlund? I mean, am I insulting Cosell? No,
he's dead. Doesn't matter. I'm just saying. I know who you're talking about, and the way he interviewed. He's more slapstick interview than he could be serious. I don't see him being. I can't see that guy you're talking about from wrestling doing a serious interview, but I can see Cosell going both ways with it. He could do a serious with Ali. He could do a funny one too.
Yes,
but I don't see. All right, whatever. I mean, that's like you said. That's wrestling. That's a whole other deal.
Now, that's
stage stuff.
Two of the memories I have. I remember one of them specifically because it was pretty recent, but the one was the Antonio Freeman. I don't remember the catch against the Vikings.
Yes.
It just happened to land on his leg, got up and ran in a touchdown.
Yep.
But the best one of my favorite memories is because I remember watching it. And I'm pretty sure this became big with my fantasy. I don't know what it was, but the what was it? The Seahawks? The Seahawks Packers touchdown with the replacement refs. That wasn't a touchdown. With clear interception, and they called
Golden Tate.
Yeah,
absolutely. That was
a debacle. I think that game single-handedly brought the refs back.
Yeah, that changed things in the playoffs. But
that changed everything.
Yep, at the end, I remember. This would go back to the Cosell who was the running back for Houston, the big guy. Campbell.
Earl Campbell.
Yeah, when he plastered that linebacker who was supposed to be for Seattle. Oh, come on, man.
Ran right over him.
Yeah, he became a movie star after that. Geez.
Well, you remember that another game. Because I remember this because I did the same thing as I'm sure 90% of the people did at home. This is like a decade ago. I know it was Peyton Manning. It was the Colts Buccaneers. The comeback. Colts were down.
Oh, yeah.
Colts were down 21 points with 3.5 minutes left. Came back and won.
That was a Monday night game?
That was a Monday night game. Wow. Guy turned it off.
Yep.
I was in the same boat as everyone else. I was like, all right, game over.
Yo, I turned it off.
Yeah.
I don't think I was collecting that.
Because he was on the other way.
Yeah. What was that linebacker? He plastered him. I think that was the end of his career, too. Oh, I got to remember his name.
He did movies?
He did a couple movies. Come on, help me out with this one.
I know you're talking
Somebody
about.
Texas, and his name is, I can't even look him up because I don't know his first name. Oh.
There's also a famous quote that came from Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
You want to crown them? Crown their asses.
Yeah, exactly.
Good old Benny Green.
Yeah.
We let him off the hook.
It's a shame what they did. It's a shame what they did to Monday Night Football, though, if you think about it. Because, Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night, even some Saturday night games towards the end of the season. It's a matter of time before they throw a Friday night game in there soon.
I think you're safe. I think it's safe to say
because college football is
not going to be.
Well, it depends. It depends. It depends if the money's there.
I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Well, I never thought there would be a Thursday night football game. I'll tell you that
I can
much.
see Thursday
I
before I can see Friday. Yeah. Friday's
I
not.
can see Wednesday before I can see
Friday. Friday's not a sit-at-home watch football night. They know the audience. That's why Friday and Saturdays there's no games. They're not stupid. It's NFL. You know this. It's the money.
And at the end of the season, they know that they got your captured interest because you're going to go and watch the only 4 games on TV. Right. And they know it. So
Monday Night Football, they have 2 games in the beginning of the season now. Mm-hmm. They have a late night and Thanksgiving Thursday's now 3 games because the NFL Network had their game. Now all 3 of the major networks have a game on Thanksgiving to play because the Thursday night game is now on NBC.
So now they got you all damn day, and that's the whole point of it.
Right.
Is to suck you up for 12 hours of football straight.
Do you know what else was Monday Night Football? T.O.
Bosworth.
Sharpie.
Bosworth. Brian Bosworth.
Oh,
no linebacker.
Yes.
Bosworth. The Bos, the one he clobbered.
That was Bo Jackson.
I think they both got him.
It was Bo Jackson who ran him over.
Then that's not the guy.
That's why I was like, oh, he's somewhere.
No, I'm thinking Earl Campbell took out somebody else, and then he ran up into the, down in the stand, but he ran up into the the one-way. Yeah,
that was Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson did that too.
That's it. It's only Bo Jackson. This whole thing you're thinking of is only Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson.
I'm telling you,
Brian Bosworth was too young to be playing with Earl Campbell.
Was he? Campbell was the late 70s.
Bosworth, it was the late 80s.
Don't let facts get in the way of him. Come on. He's on a roll.
We're not Mark Twain here.
He was on a roll.
Facts. I'm like Fox News.
I don't remember if this was the McNabb Cowboys when he scrambled for 15 seconds, the deep ball.
Yeah, fourth down.
No, it was fourth.
He hit Freddie.
I just remember he scrambled for like 13 seconds around, up and down, back, forth, and like a 60-yard bomb. Yeah, it was a Freddie. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was Monday Night Football as well. I have a good Monday Night Football knowledge. I actually looked at those. I looked at all before I came in.
You looked it all up?
Well, before I came in. I remember some of them.
You're right. Bosworth played in the late 70s, early 80s.
What a shock.
91, he became a movie star when Stone Cold. Stone Cold steroids, looks like. He took him out. Yeah, well, I got that one wrong. Same dude, different uniform. You know what I mean?
No. That again is wrong.
Whatever.
I'm sure he remembers his number, too.
Yeah, absolutely. 44. I don't know what number he was. I don't care.
Yeah, it don't matter. You don't know what player it was either. So.
Yeah. Might have messed that up. Who cares? Make or break me. All right, let's take a commercial break here so I can get my shit together for the most part.
We'll be off for a while then.
Cash the King, I got my shit to left. Sports Goombahs. Might get a wall over here. We'll be right back.
When you need a good roof over your head, call Seal Roofing. They've been keeping folks warm and dry for many years now and are proud of their work. Seal Roofing and Contracting does it all, whether you need simple repairs before the next big rainy season or a whole new roof. Maybe you need new siding or windows. You can be certain that when you hire Seal Roofing, you're hiring the best. Available 7 days a week with 24-hour emergency service and free estimates. Call 215-533-4066. That's 215-533-4066 or visit sealroofing.net.
BZI Group Inc. for your individual and small group health insurance needs. BZI offers free, instant online insurance quotes and applications from major health insurance carriers. The BZI Group is dedicated to a no-nonsense approach to health insurance. They focus on giving you the insurance you need in a timely and cooperative manner. Whether you're looking for individual and family, group, seniors, life, or long-term coverage, BZI can help. For additional information or to speak with an insurance expert, call 1-800 431-4834 or email them at www.bzigroup.com.
Need an electrician? Think of adding surveillance or security to your home? Call Beacon Systems at 215-400-1151. Ask for Big Joe and tell him the Sports Goombahs sent you. That's 215-400-1151. They're the #1 electric installer in the Delaware Valley. Guaranteed customer satisfactions. That's Beacon Systems at 215-400-1151.
Had damage to your house? Avoid the hassle. Just call Castle Public Adjusters. Get the edge on your insurance company. 215-752-1237. That's 215-752-1237. Or check them out at castlepa.com. Don't settle for less. Get the maximum for your claim. Castle Public Adjusters. 215-752-1237.
Hey, yo, Cassie, what are you doing?
I got plumbing problems here. I can't get the water to go down the drain. What am I going to do?
Call Guaranteed Plumbing, 215-342-7200 for all your plumbing needs. Serving the Philadelphia area and the greater Delaware Valley.
What was that phone number again?
215-342-7200.
Oh, yeah, oh. Sports Goombahs. Cassidy King back here. Coming chef to the left, Brendan B. Mikey Wall. To my right. It's the pick session. Yeah. Let's see if I can make you a few bucks. Because last week I didn't do very good. Up and down season in baseball, that's for sure. Lost both of them last week. Now we're going to just leave it at that because I got torqued last week. I wasn't even in a ball game.
Yeah.
Wasn't even in the ball game. Pick session brought to you by Auto Magic Car Care. Mikey Litton.
Oh, nope.
Mikey Primo, Matty Litton. Give him a call, 215-322-2561, or check them out at automagiccarcare.com. They are the car detailing kings. Bar none. Shine you up nice. Nice and fresh.
You follow them on Facebook.
Yep.
Search Automagic Car Care. They're putting their pictures up all the time.
Yep.
Phenomenal work.
Absolutely. You can click on our website. They're on there. They're advertisers. Chartered members. All right. I got one game for you. And I'm only giving out one game now on the show. If you want the other games, you got to click on the website. Go check them out. And I don't know when I'm going to put them up.
And what's that website?
thesportsgoombahs.com
Or
www.sgshow.net.
You want picks? Get them there.
That's right. No more freebies out here. Well, they're freebies, but you got to go to the site and get them. That's the bottom line. And you got to check it out. And the best way to check it out is to click on around 6 o'clock. Log on 6 o'clock at nighttime. Weekends, 12 o'clock. You know, you never know. I mean, you just should check in every now and then because I might stick a late game up there. I don't know. That's how I do it.
You got to go with the feeling.
That's right.
Can't schedule
That's right.
out.
I've been scheduling out lately. My picks, my sources, and the way I've been doing things have been a little cockeyed lately. I'm not focused. Now I'm back to focusing again, like the old days, from 2006 on, where I was 63%. And I'm the only guy who tells you when he loses. And lately I've been saying it way too much. Because if you're paying your bookie,
it's our fault.
Damn right it is.
Me too. Sorry.
And I got to fix that up.
You want me to do another pick to reverse the mojo?
You got a great one.
Yeah. All right, we're going to put this together this week. Tomorrow night, I got a game I like. I like so much, I'm going to stick out a triple play.
The rare triple play.
Rare triple play. It's not going to go the way you think it is. I'm not going to just do all the overs in this one because, quite frankly, that's pretty much ridiculous. Just put all your money on the overs when you do that. Forget the side totals on that. Oakland's coming into Toronto. Okay? Somebody's got to beat Oakland. Beat Toronto. It ain't going to be Oakland this week in Toronto. That's for sure. Not happening. I got Graveman going against Hutchinson. Now, Hutchinson for Oakland, for Toronto, is 10-2, but his ERA is 5.4. Okay, so he's winning games because the team's hitting, not because he's pitching.
But in fairness, they're going to keep hitting.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, let me finish.
Oh, I know. I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. So, and Graveman's 6-7, 3.9. I don't know who the hell he is for Oakland. It's just another guy they're throwing out there. I like this game. The under and over is 9. I like the over 9 here. Toronto's going to be a 5, maybe a 5.5 in this one. I don't know. Lately, I'm seeing 5.5 for Toronto in Toronto. I'm seeing 5.5 everywhere for them. I like the over 9. I like the Toronto over 5, and I want Toronto minus the 1.5, 1.5 runs. I don't know what the number line is on that. Don't even worry about it. Don't look at numbers. Just look at the lines. We'll tell you everything right here. Oakland's in a bad spot. That's for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if Oakland scores a few runs too on this one, because Toronto doesn't care what you score as long as they outscore you. And that's my game. That's it. That's all you're getting out of me today. All right, you want the rest? You're going to have to log on tomorrow, see what else I'm putting up there. These picks are brought to you once again by Auto Magic Car Care. Mikey Primo, Matty Lydon. Check them out at automagiccarcare.com. And that's our picks, baby. Mikey, you got something.
Yes, I do. I lost again last week.
There you go. He's keeping on with the Joneses around
here. I saw cash and I figured, hey, that looks great. Let me jump on that. I don't exactly recall what I did. Let me look so I can pull it up. I actually don't really care. But tomorrow night, I do like, when you're struggling, you go to the best, correct? So we're going with the Cardinals tomorrow. Cardinals are at home. Only minus 155, which isn't that bad considering they're at home and they're the best team in baseball. They do have Carlos Martinez on the mound. You're raising the 2s. So take the Cardinals. I'll get you back on a winning way, I promise. And that's my picks.
That's it. That's it. 2 picks, 2 ways to go here.
One more, go to the site.
That's right. No more of this stuff here. Shows for entertainment, not these plays. B, you got anything? You want anything over there? You got to play?
I think they're actually
got a minor league hockey game or something you want to put up?
And I think you guys are actually pretty good.
No, we're not. We're not pretty good.
I think
by not picking, he actually has the best record the past month.
I'm 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
Lifetime.
That's for sure. Well, don't worry, because the NFL's coming around the corner here. Okay, yesterday, Minnesota played
Pittsburgh.
I watched a couple minutes of that one, and I had enough after that.
Yeah.
You can't watch preseason football.
That was an appetizer.
Preseason football has got no rhyme or reason. I mean, it's for the coaches. That's it. It's for the coaches and a few bucks that the networks make televising it, I guess. That was a Hall of Fame game anyway.
Yes, it was. Yeah, yesterday wasn't worth much.
Did they let, what's your name, Junior Sales, did they talk on TV or did they kept?
I didn't watch that at all. I didn't
see none. Saw nothing.
I saw something, but I didn't click on the link about her. Like she did speak about something. I don't know if it was an off stage interview or something, but she did speak and she was emotional.
Yeah. Well, they didn't give her a network platform, that's for sure, or nothing that was seen or even talked about afterwards.
But after the game itself, I did some of that I did catch. Of course, they were cutting to Peterson every 30 seconds on the sidelines. And they're saying, of course, Peterson, not playing today. And they said probably won't take a snap all preseason. I'm like, why?
Yeah, because he's getting ready for that 2,500-yard run.
But when you haven't played football in a full calendar year and it's not injury related,
something's up.
You need to get the fuck out there and play.
I don't understand it. Everybody's protecting their money.
You got to play.
I know.
So you're going to throw him out week 1 with no carries in a calendar year and then say, here's 25, 30 carries a game.
You got at least put him out there. It's like the Patriots not letting Ryan Lindy, what's his name? Ryan Lindy, the Patriots backup quarterback, like not letting him play a snap because you don't want him to get
Garoppolo?
Is that the quarterback?
That's who's the quarterback. Ryan Lindley was the awful quarterback for the Cardinals.
Right. Didn't they?
He threw like 1 touchdown and 9 picks last year and went to the playoffs.
He's their backup now. They signed him today.
Did he really? Good for him. Well, I saw they cut Matt Flynn.
Well, that's
remember that guy?
Yeah.
Made $21 million off a half a game.
Yep. That's what they say. Well, he's injured. That's why they cut him.
Flynn?
Yeah, he was injured. He
couldn't
talk.
But when he said that, I thought to myself, this has to be an error. Like, why would you not play a guy? I can see if you're coming back from a torn ACL, that makes sense. You want to rest him, kind of like Eagles with Bradford. You want to take it slow. But when a guy hasn't played and he's healthy as an ox, they say they look at him like, oh man, he's in the best shape of his life.
Well, all the rumors you heard about him keeping himself in shape, all the stuff he was doing, right. You figured that, like, all right, that alone would make me sit there and go, oh really?
You're not curious to see, hey,
maybe let's see.
Let's give him one series.
Let me see what you got.
Total.
Let me see what you got, because I want to know. You keep talking about. He was bragging about how he was going and still doing his NFL workouts by himself or whatever he was doing, and he was going to be Billy Badass when he comes back. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, I mean, these games, the game is for nothing. And actually, I didn't even realize it literally is nothing to where they still have 4 more preseason games. So this doesn't even count as a preseason game for them. It's just a Hall of Fame game. I don't know that.
It's played every year.
But I don't know. It's played every year, but I'm saying I thought there was this plus 3 games. I thought this was
exactly. That's what I thought too.
Plus 4 more.
Yeah,
but it doesn't count. The Steelers did lose their starting kicker for the year.
Yeah, well, that's
in a game. It doesn't matter.
Then that's why you don't see Pearson in there for a reason. This is a game that's you'll probably see him in the next game.
No, I'm not saying play him today.
Well, yeah,
or yesterday, but
no. The quote was, and he probably won't see one all preseason.
Yeah.
Snap.
So for 5 weeks of games, you're not going to give him one snap. You're just going to throw him out week 1 cold.
I can't figure that out.
Yeah,
I don't know why. There's something. Is he hurt? Or
no,
no.
They said just why he gets reacclimated to the game. Like, I don't.
Yeah, really.
The only thing he doesn't know his plays, but I mean, what the hell? Exactly.
Well, he's going 2nd overall in fantasy drafts. He better know his plays.
Yeah.
And it better be the starting running back. He's making 2,500 yard claims. But I will say it is the Steelers' own fault though. They didn't roster a second kicker. I understand isn't the job not up for grabs, but don't you just throw some a kickoff, second half kickoff.
Turn his
but then their kicker in the stands, their old kicker Jeff Reed gets thrown out of it for fighting with a fan.
I did see that.
I didn't watch enough of it to see that.
No, I didn't.
He was probably trying to fight somebody to get down to the field, going, "Oh, the job's open again."
No, I think he was hanging out. Like there were some people thought of it, like he wants to come back and play football still, but I'm thinking he was hanging out, thinking, "Oh, maybe they'll need me." Well, not now because you probably didn't even see it most of the game because he got thrown out.
No, I think he was trying to get his job back.
And he was running down to the field to do it.
Yeah, he was just fighting. He was just fighting over people, pushing them left and right.
Chip Kelly didn't make any noise this week. NFL's pissed. Didn't do anything. His name was not mentioned this week.
Well, it was mentioned. It was mentioned.
For
what was it? There are a couple of players. Interesting quotes from a couple of black players. They don't say who they are. To somebody on the Bleacher Report about Chip Kelly. He said, Chip is not a racist. Notion is he isn't fair. The thing with Chip is he just doesn't see you as a person. He sees you as a commodity. The more players get that, the better off they will be.
Well, you know what? That's coaching him. That's a football team. He's a commodity. That's what this is all about. Money. Yeah. But these guys say he's looking for best buddies to hang out with. Run the ball, catch the ball, throw the ball, win a championship. That's what you do. That's why you get paid millions of dollars. You don't get paid to have Chip Kelly say, "Hi, buddy, how you doing today? Sit down, have a cup of tea with me." You can't play. It's his job. When these players start realizing that it's his job that's going to be lost if you fool around and you don't play right, you don't do what he says. It's not your job. You got chucked because he's worried about his job.
Yeah.
If you're not playing on his team, it's because you're a problem for him. And that's only going to lead to him getting fired down the line.
Well, yeah, and also the player goes on to add Chip's attitudes with the players. It doesn't bother him. It doesn't. He says it doesn't bother me. I actually like it. I know where I stand with him. You understand that he doesn't want to be challenged, so you don't effing challenge him. It's pretty simple. I get it. Some of the other guys, they don't.
That's.
And then exactly.
That's not even new. That's every day, all the time, every team, every player, their coaches. It goes back and forth. There's no coaches in this league who would give a shit about their players as far as their personality, as being friendly with them. They all have jobs. This is a freaking job.
Exactly. And that's what another player said. He said, it's an agenda. You don't follow it, you're dead to them. It's not racial. Some guys handle it well, some guys don't. It's his job.
Yeah, the racial stuff right now it's actually getting blown out of proportion. It's getting to a point now where any opportunity there to say it brings cameras, microphones, and some publicity. That's all it does right now. So enough's enough with the Chip Kelly stuff. It's old. It's not good reporting anymore.
But you notice that it's not getting picked up anywhere else anymore.
Because what you just said isn't worthy of it. Because first of all, if it's not a named player or anybody who makes a damn difference, reporters don't care. Ridiculous. That's even the NFL doesn't want that anymore. They're done with that noise as well.
Because you know what? They looked into it and they're like, "Oh, okay, we ain't got to hide anything here." We ain't got to bury it, so nobody starts talking about it. Nobody got any photographs or pictures, some video of Chip Kelly saying nasty things. So there's no reason for them to be involved now.
Chip's done. You know why Chip's done making noise? Because now he's focused on his football team. During the summertime and the spring, you can say and do what you want to do to draw attention to you. Right now, the guy's focused on what's going on his team. He's making sure his team's ready to play football. Couldn't care less about all this other crap. That's for everybody else to do it. You know, during the summertime, he made some noise. You know, he said things here like you never met last spring. We had a good time with him.
Oh,
Every week he was saying something else, doing something, making trades, moving players around. He was good for the NFL. Now
making money.
Well, yeah. Now he's focused on his team where he has to make his money. It's time for Chip to work for Chip, just like any other. You're going to go down to Belichick. He ain't going to say one word to you. He's going to give you that stupid look and say, we're just trying to get ready for the season. And that's all he ever says until the Super Bowl. And when he's up on the podium, they ask him questions about the Super Bowl. We're just trying to get ready to win the Super Bowl. And that's it. That's all the guy ever says. Mm-hmm. Every now and then you'll see him on a talk show or he'll be hanging in a stadium with some music stars or something like that. I can't remember 50 words coming out of Belichick's mouth.
On to fill in the blank. Next point. On to Denver. That's all I said.
Yeah.
On to Buffalo.
That's exactly right. I'm trying to think if there was ever any beefing going on by him. He never complains about nothing. And if he does, it's the same words over and over again. Like you said, on to. On to is a line. That's like that's a stock answer.
That's his catchphrase.
On to. Right? On
to the next. You pull a string on his back.
Right.
On to New York.
And the kind of cheating he doesn't win Super Bowls. You got to have some kind of talent. You know
I mean? That's the stupidest,
either way you look
the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah. Either way you look at it.
You don't win. I can turn all the cheat codes on my Madden game. I still may not win 4 Super Bowls.
Right. I hope he wins his first 4, or at least comes out 3-1.
I would love games. It. Yeah. I would absolutely love it.
You know?
They come out and just stick it to everybody 4-0.
Yeah, absolutely. That's and
because one of those wins would be against the Cowboys too.
Yeah, who they playing? The Cowboys. They open up in Buffalo, right?
I think so. Out of the 4th games against the Cowboys.
Cowboys. That'll be a national game. They'll put that up on the Sunday night game for sure.
Now schedule's already out. You can't change it now.
Isn't that flexible Sunday night games?
Not till week 14.
Oh yeah, inside. Okay, right. Yeah, that'd be good. It'd be good to watch. Like you said, it really messes up.
The Sunday night game ends. It's so weird that you said that. It starts with a concert in San Francisco. The first Sunday night game with Train and somebody else. I don't know.
What starts with a concert?
Sunday Night Football kicks off with a concert.
We're not going to watch the concert on TV.
I hope not.
I don't know about you. I'm not.
No, I'm not.
7:30.
Big deal. Kicks off a concert. So I'm surprised they don't put it in a halftime show. Save that for the Super Bowl. What's the Super Bowl this year? No?
Where?
Yeah.
That's a very good question.
Yeah, figure that out. You usually know that.
I think it's somewhere cold weather. I think it's something stupid like Indy maybe or something.
Stupid.
NFL trying to find stupid places to play. I always say they should play the Super Bowl one place every year, same spot. New Orleans. Put it right down in the New Orleans Superdome every year.
It's actually at Levi's, San Francisco.
Really?
At least they don't have to worry about a home team winning the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, absolutely. They get players left. We don't take players under 25 years old anymore. You know,
they got to make sure you're actually committed to the sport.
Yeah, it's a senior circuit. That's for sure. What's Harbaugh going to do down there, man? Well, he's not there anymore. That's why. He left too, right?
Yeah. He was the first one.
He was the first one.
He was the first one.
He was a rat. The rat sinking the ship, leaving the ship.
He fired him though. It's like
I know, but he wanted to get fired.
Yeah, I mean,
who's coaching down in San Francisco? Anybody?
No, it's not a name.
Not a name. Yeah.
Tom Sula, right?
Who
is it? Tom Sula or Tomasula or something like that?
Don Shula?
Don Shula. Tom
back?
Sula.
I know. I heard
Tom Sula.
Is he back from the dead? Is he dead?
Jim Tonsula.
I heard Don Shula's dead.
No, he didn't.
Jim, don't tell Jim Tonsula that the 49ers season.
Yeah, Don Shula is alive and well, man. Come on.
Good. Yeah.
He'd be rolling over in his not ready yet grave if you heard that.
Yeah. Absolutely not ready yet grave. The box is on the watch. Football season. Can't wait for it, man.
The coach's name is Jim Tonsula.
With the Eagles starting this week, is there anything you're looking for with this game? You looking for Tebow? I admit to actually you're right. No, I do want to see him.
I want to see what
is Bradford playing. I would assume he's not really going to play.
He's going to have one. He's going to have a couple. He'll play that.
He might play one series.
No, we don't know that. We don't know for sure what he's going to do. Chip hasn't even mentioned that as far as what he's going to do.
I would love to see Tebow get extended time.
No, I want to see why he's there. I'm curious to see why he's there. Not just like I think he's a scout team quarterback.
But no, you. I do believe your quote was to get the Pope to come to Philly, and it worked. That was one of your quotes.
You said that?
I didn't say that.
You did.
I did.
Yeah, he's here to get the Pope come to Philly.
He doesn't even know what he says. He says so many things. He doesn't keep track of what he says.
I can't do
he
it.
He blurbed it out.
It must have been a while ago. I said that.
I was.
Well, he's going to be the liaison for the Eagles when the Pope gets here for sure. They're going to have him up there, at the airport.
Waving him in.
Comes out the Pope plane into the Pope mobile.
I hope the Pope gets off that plane, kneels down and Tebow's.
Yeah.
That would make your day.
You think he knows? You think he knows about that? It wouldn't make my day. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Tebow fan here. I think Tebow, like I said, Tebow.
Oh, I was being sarcastic.
Tebow is the cheapest distraction you could buy right now in the NFL, and Chip bought it.
Does he know about it? He's a big soccer fan. The Pope's a big soccer fan.
Yeah.
I know that ain't up your alley.
No.
Well, I'm learning. I'm getting there.
Good.
Who knows? They just start using their hands. I might like that sport. Give or take a couple of kicks here and there. So,
but I'm glad. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I do want to see Tebow. I still want to see Barkley too.
I saw Barkley.
He never got a fair chance whatsoever.
Mike, I don't think he has. He's not NFL. He's not an NFL quarterback. He's not. He doesn't have the NFL release.
At this point, I'd rather have Tebow.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's comfortable in the NFL. I mean, well, I said the games that he played that you watch, he's very uncomfortable in the pocket or whatever. I don't know if the speed of the game is not what he's used to. And a lot of these college guys come out of, they come to the NFL and the speed changes. I mean, quite frankly, you look at Nick Foles over there in St. Louis. He's fumbling over there. He's having trouble. He's a little panicked.
Well, they just gave him an extension, so obviously they see something they like.
I saw a couple of these. Anyway. I don't know.
Well, because apparently the rule is always you don't want to have people on 1-year deals and stuff. And
you can't.
Lame duck players.
You can't get an NFL player to focus with a 1-year deal when he thinks that he has too many injuries. Too many. You can go down so quick in football that you really I think guys that are with 1-year deals are kind of worthless on the field.
Worthless?
Worthless is for the team.
That's an insane talking. No, you want them to play.
When I say worthless,
contract.
I think I should use a different word. Cautious. I think more cautious on the field than they are if they know they have a contract. I mean, is a guy going to hit as hard as you can, on a player? Or is he going to try to use, or he'll try to keep himself healthy to get that next contract? That's the problem with football. Is you got to stay healthy.
If you whiff on a couple tackles, there's not going to be another contract.
There's always another play you can make, though. If you whiff, you can always make a good play. If you miss a tackle, and the next play you pick it off. If you're deep back.
I disagree.
Well, you can disagree all you want, but I'm just saying that's if you get.
That's not the truth, because in last year we made fun of half of our secondary because they did exactly that. They would make one big play and then whiff on 3 or 4.
Who made one big play?
Well, obviously they stopped them on 4th down at least.
It wasn't because of their D-backs.
At least once or twice they did.
I'm sure it had to have happened. I mean, to say it never happened.
Mathematically speaking, it's got to happen every 15 plays.
First of all, you're taking it to a different level. Okay, you're talking about two defensive backs who were worthless. Regardless, I mean, good players or bad players, they lost football games for us.
Exactly.
They lost games. We're talking about that. I'm talking about a guy who can play, who's on the last year of his contract. Okay, who knows he's got to stay healthy.
They had 1 year left on their contract.
Nobody cared about them. Because they're so bad. You can't play that bad.
That's not true.
Oh, come on, man.
That's not true. They were starting NFL players. Obviously, somebody cared about them. Somebody started them every week.
Did. When we brought Fletcher in there, we thought that we were getting somebody good from St. Louis. All right, we thought we had somebody who could play the game. And the first season they said, okay, he's not used to the system. In the second season with us,
do you think that him or Williams, any of them, weren't playing 100% because they wanted that next contract?
No, I wasn't. They weren't playing 100% because they couldn't. They were not capable of playing the position. You can't get beat that bad so many times in an NFL season and expect to be on any team.
So you're telling me Nick Foles wouldn't have played as well this year because he had a 1-year contract? You're telling me he, in the back of his mind, would have been like, man, I really don't want to get hurt again.
No, not at all. No, that's not what I'm saying. When you look at a guy
then
like
who are you talking about with these 1-year contracts not playing?
I'm not saying, but in general, I'm saying a player that's got to stay healthy to get another contract. Sometimes they let up a little bit on certain situations. Not going to get beat.
I just do like 5 examples. He says she shot them all down.
Yeah, but not with the players you're talking about. When you're talking about Fletcher, he can't play. He can't play in the NFL.
Well, he's still in the NFL.
Whatever he did to get here, he lost it. Where he lost a step or the ability to cover or the system beat him up. It didn't matter. He can make
I'm confused.
I'm thinking he had one or two good plays last year. I can remember 2 interceptions with a ball landed right in his hand. Oh, I can see. All I remember is Fletcher is chasing.
Well,
right? Chasing
either way, or what it is, you brought up my concern would be that defense, because
what defense?
The Eagles secondary and defense.
It's all changed now.
It's all changed, and I'm glad it's all changed.
Can't get any worse.
Because, like you said, it lost them games last year.
Yeah.
Arguably 3-4 games.
Absolutely.
Where you're talking about actually making, whatever you're talking about winning the division, possibly a bye last year. So that's my biggest thing.
I guess.
Okay, here's the thing.
Let me go back just to make myself clear. I guess what I'm saying, the NFL in general, the sport that it is very hard to play without a contract or in your last year, because you can go both ways with it. Let me just make it clear what I mean. As a player in the NFL, you want that next contract. You want to play well, but you don't want to go all out because you could get hurt. And if you're a 30-year-old player in this league, it's a little bit different, because you need that one. You need at least one more contract. And if you go all out, and you're right, you guys should have to play hard to get the next contract. But in the back of their mind, how hard can you play, or what can you do? If you get hurt, you're done in the NFL, pretty much, especially in the last year of contract.
Well, apparently not, because we just hired a guy with 2 blown ACLs to be our quarterback here, and
one's out with a concussion now. So
okay, so.
Listen, everybody. Well, I don't know. See, that's one thing people don't know about Cal. What he's doing, he's got players with injuries. He seems to like that for some reason. Maybe he feels better when a player's rehabbed.
Do you put any stock whatsoever in preseason games? Any percent of it?
I put a little stock in as far as players, like rookies, players who haven't, like when you got once again the speed of the game. So, and you got a guy coming out of college, you want to see how his reaction is, especially young running backs. We don't have any. We don't have any. Yeah. We don't. Well,
obviously, I mean, for Eagles wise, all I care about is I think care less how
I just want to see why he has players in certain positions. Like, for instance, I say Tebow. I want to know what he's doing here. Is there a plan for him? Of course, I want to see the quarterback, because he's an unknown. When you've been injured twice, and I don't know Sam Bradford. I didn't watch him. I didn't watch him in college. I don't know much about what he does. I mean,
he was phenomenal.
Yeah. So was he a Heisman Trophy candidate? Was he up there?
Oh, yeah, he was first overall pick. I mean,
yeah, okay. So, but I don't know too much of him. But evidently, whatever he did, Kelly likes when he's not injured. Okay, so he's fully healthy. This is the type of quarterback Chip wants in his backfield, evidently. Because if you're going to go and take this guy after 2 injuries, he's got something special that you like for your system. Is he a quick release quarterback? Perhaps. Does he have a strong arm?
For the record, he did win a Heisman Trophy.
He did.
Yeah, he won the Heisman Trophy. And he was the Rookie of the Year, so
yeah,
he went healthy.
I'm like, and it may be a great move.
Yeah,
when healthy. I mean, his ACL injuries, was one during a practice, or I think a preseason game last year?
Well, I know one was last year's was preseason. I know that.
And the year before he was hit again too, right?
One was a hit, one was non-contact.
Right. He might have the smarts for what Kelly wants. I don't know.
If you mean the one without counting his rookie year, which he did win Rookie of the Year, by the way. The one full year he played of his 4, 2012, 3,700 yards, 21 touchdowns. And that was with St. Louis. Could you name any receiver they had?
Yeah, that's good. What bothers me about it a little bit is that it's the same thing happened with the running back. Gore wasn't there when he wanted him, so he took the next best thing he could get, and that was who he wanted. So it was like, there's the player. Same with the quarterback. He wasn't getting his quarterback, so he chose this one, made a deal for this one. So,
I think he knows who is and isn't his guy, and I think he was pretty obvious that Foles wasn't his guy.
Yeah.
That was obvious.
He kept it quiet like that, but
you're not going to come out and say that.
Okay, I'll just say this. Bradford's healthy. What if he's not as good and Foles flourish? Is there egg on your face for that?
Yeah, of course there'll be. I mean, you don't know what Foles would have done here. Probably, if anything, better, because St. Louis, like I said, is not a destination of offensive magic.
No.
But, yeah, I mean, if that does happen, of course, you get to say, not a good move.
I think Kelly looks at track records too. He says this quarterback hasn't played a full. He's only been here 3 years, but he really hasn't played a full season. He gets hurt, he gets injured. He's not a great runner. If the protection breaks down, can he defend himself? And that's key. I don't know if Bradford can. Bradford's a big guy. I guess he can if he wants to. But that's another thing about quarterback. You just don't want him to go down on the ball. You want him to be able to get out of the way of some of the rushes.
some of the hits. You want him to be able to move.
Yeah.
That's and that would be my biggest second question is he going to? I'm worried. I worry about that. I'm worried about him getting hurt
too much, man.
I am.
It's just football.
They can't.
Yeah,
can't help it.
Listen, you got Sanchez. You got Sanchez in the wings there, man. You got the sandwich eating mofo. You know,
give me Tebow.
You don't want Tebow. You definitely that's cliche and funny, but it's on all seriousness. You know that guy can't play because if he could play, he'd be playing.
He is playing.
Yeah, no, he's not. Yeah, he's not. He's on a team because he's cheap. I keep saying that. You keep telling me he is playing. He's not playing. When you're that cheap, you're a body who knows football. So you're out there. So you got some kind of value to the team for that kind of cash. What's he get, $100,000?
More than that.
Yeah.
800.
The league minimum was like, yeah. Especially for how many years? Yeah, I know exactly, man. But it's zero guaranteed. They cut him tomorrow. That's the end of your contract.
So you can't get any less of a contract than that in this league, man. So Tebow's playing for the league minimum. Okay, so his ability to play, if anybody saw anything in this guy, he'd be on that team. And Chip took him. Yeah.
He may.
Hey, maybe he could take a pitch out, run down the right side. Make it go out there and just when things are going bad, you throw him out there, get everybody excited. The fans start shouting his name. He's a ploy. He's a Chip Kelly ploy. He's out there. He's just a distraction.
And I mean, I don't want to say this has anything to do with it, but it may. I mean, worst case scenario, are you going to sell more Barkley jerseys? You're going to sell more Tebow jerseys. Exactly. So at the worst case,
Barkley number 2. Right?
Yeah, he is. if they're both equally not that good, and you're not, if they're in the game, you're going to lose anyway.
What's Tebow?
Make a couple bucks. He's 11.
11. Was he always 11? Yeah.
No, he was not. He was 15 before.
15 before. Oh, yeah, Tebow 15, right? Well, what are you going to do, Tim Tebow? He's good chatter. That's what he is. He was good chatter for us in the beginning. He's good chatter now, and he'll appear in places. He'll show up in this city. The fun thing. One thing is he hasn't really made any kind of media appearances. No one's really interviewed him. I haven't seen anything about Tebow. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in an Eagles uniform anywhere, really.
Just on the practice.
First, I mean, because like I said, he's a non-guaranteed fourth string quarterback. So you don't even know if anybody is asking. But I'm sure if they're asking him for commercial spots, he may be saying no.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you don't want to be look like a fool when you're not here in 2 weeks and your commercial is running for the local Mike Piazza Hyundai or Honda Toyota, whatever the hell he's selling these days.
I guess he's cashed up. I mean, he's got a bunch of money. You don't have to care about that stuff. A lot of guys.
He's probably not that cashed up, but it's probably because Tebow more than anybody is like a pride type thing. He's not going to sell himself out to every person who gives him a call.
Tweet him. Will you tweet him up? See what he can do for us. Yeah, we'll give him some play. Look, who's giving Tebow more play than we are?
Now, okay, I'm going to go here. Here's a Trump connection. He was on Celebrity Apprentice, Tebow, not as like a contestant or anything, but he donated like $100,000 or $200,000.
He's so good.
to I think it was Trace Atkins' campaign. When he was running to be the winner of Celebrity Apprentice, I think. Couple of years ago, so
that on that show they bought players, they bought people to win the show. You back?
No, well, like on the show, like
I never watched one. I don't.
It was a lot of it was contests as you could beat whatever selling or whatever it was, whatever the project was. But usually there were 3 or 4 fundraising things, so you would call up all your celebrity friends and try to raise money for your charity that you were playing for. And I think it was Trace Atkins was doing Wounded Warriors Project. And he pretty much like asked it was asking for donations, and Tebow was one of the people that showed up with $200,000. So he ain't hurting for money if he can afford to throw away $200,000.
And worst case scenario, he doesn't make the cut, and he gets gets cut again. He's got another analyst gig lined up, Fox, ESPN, some big SEC network.
Some people drain. It's called draining his name to us. There's no value left in it.
But it's not like they're putting on some idiot who can't speak. Put 2 sentences together.
No,
he's well spoken, great.
I don't disagree with that. I disagree with all in the beginning when he first came out and the play in Denver and how much the hoopla for him was for a player who really didn't do much.
It's not. It's not like if Jameis Winston busts out of the league, you're gonna be seeing him on plaster all over ESPN. I'm pretty sure Jameis Winston's. I don't know him personally, but he's probably not the sharpest tool in the shed.
He's my pick for the bust. He's a big waste of money, man. A waste of a pick. I think he's going down the drain. One of those guys, it from college and the NFL. Like I said, the lights, the action, the fame, the money, the whole 9 yards, the chicks, the focus,
the crab legs,
especially down where he's playing. Jameson Winston. Bad move.
Jameis.
Jameson, whatever the frick his name is.
Jameson's the whiskey.
Yeah, that's what he's going to be stuck on soon. You're going to do. Cash the King, I got my chef to let Brennan B. I'm making a wall. When we get back, the chef's going to give us a recipe. He's got some ribs brewing.
For all your tailgating purposes coming up, baby.
And a wall report. The only reason you tune in, forget me, forget the chef. It has been. He got the wall report. It all goes down there. Cash the King, Sports Goombahs. We'll be right back.
When you need a good roof over your head, call Seal Roofing. They've been keeping folks warm and dry for many years now and are proud of their work. Seal Roofing and Contracting does it all, whether you need simple repairs before the next big rainy season or a whole new roof. Maybe you need new siding or windows. You can be certain that when you hire Seal Roofing, you're hiring the best. Available 7 days a week with 24-hour emergency service and free estimates. Call 215-533-4066. That's 215-533-4066 or visit sealroofing.net.
BZI Group Inc. for your individual and small group health insurance needs. BZI offers free instant online insurance quotes and applications from major health insurance carriers. The BZI Group is dedicated to a no-nonsense approach to health insurance. They focus on giving you the insurance you need in a timely and cooperative manner. Whether you're looking for individual and family, group, seniors, life, or long-term coverage, BZI can help. For additional information or to speak with an insurance expert, call 1-800-431-4834 or email them at www.bzigroup.com.
Need an electrician? Think about adding surveillance or security to your home? Call Beacon Systems at 215-400-1151. Ask for Big Joe and tell him the Sports Goombahs sent you. That's 215-400-1151. They're the #1 electric installer in the Delaware Valley. Guaranteed customer satisfactions. That's Beacon Systems at 215-400-1151.
Had damage to your house? Avoid the hassle. Just call Castle Public Adjusters. Get the edge on your insurance company. 215-752-1237. That's 215-752-1237. Check them out at castlepa.com. Don't settle for less. Get the maximum for your claim. Castle Public Adjustment. 215-752-1237.
Hey, yo, Cash, what are you doing?
I got plumbing problems here. I can't get the water to go down the drain. What am I going to do?
Call Guaranteed Plumbing, 215-342-7200 for all your plumbing needs. Serving the Philadelphia area and the greater Delaware Valley.
What was that phone number again?
215-342-7200.
Oh, yeah, oh. Yeah, it's going to Goombahs. Cash the King back here. Chef Brennan B. Mike the Wall. Rant and beef and sports and much, much more. Give us a call. Got some lines wide open. The line is wide open.
We also got a tweet over the break from 416 JMac on Twitter. When we're talking about do we put stock at all into the preseason? He said, "How can you?" He said, "When they're only playing half the starters and the rookies, how can you put stock into it?" So brings up a good point.
Well, I could see Catchy's point though too. You want to see all the young kids at least get their timing down.
I want to see them. The coaches want to.
Well, yeah. I want to see it too, especially if it's my team. I want to see that they're able to play at that made that NFL level. You know what I mean?
The only way you see it at the NFL level is game 1 of the season, because that's when your vets kick in, and then you got guys playing to win. Preseason, you see let up. You can see the hit. You see the hitting by once again. The veterans don't play because they don't want to hit and they don't want to get hurt. So they play their share to get them in the season shape, which they do in the off season and in training camps. That's why NFL goes right into games right away. They don't have they got 2 weeks of training camp before they kick in and start playing games,
Mhm.
and scrimmages even earlier, for the most part. Give us a call, 267-563-2893, 267-563-2893 if you want to hang out here with us at the Sports Goombahs, the 515 studio. Get you on and let you do some real live time ranting and beefing with us. All right, guys. Chef, you want to give your chef's special?
Absolutely, yeah.
Got some ribs brewing for us.
Yep.
2 weeks ago when you were here, you gave us what did you give us? What was that last thing?
Mushu? I don't know.
Mushu.
Source?
It's not
Okay,
Chinese.
well, do me a favor. I don't want to ever see Mushu on the show again. And what was the other thing mixed with it?
Couscous.
Yeah, no couscous bullshit Mushu.
Quinoa,
Listen,
couscous.
this is the Sports Goombahs, okay? Well, we have wings, we have ribs, we have barbecue chicken, and we
This
have
is
hot
what-
dog. Well, listen, this is what I want. I want those types of food that the guys can back up their cars together, open up their tailgates, put them on the barbecue, and show off. But I want it special. I don't want a plain rib, plain hot dog. I want a chef's hot dog. I want one where everybody around the area is going to smell it and come over to my car, over to my truck, and say, "Whoa, what's that?"
And the high cholesterol that goes with it.
Who
Damn
gives
it,
a
you're
shit?
right.
The hell, you're at a football
All right, you
game.
ready?
We're
Yeah.
men.
We're
We're
men.
men.
It's a Sports Goombahs. No couscous. We don't use words like couscous on the show.
I love it. But anyway, all right. When you get your ribs, man, the people make the mistake if you're going to do a dry rub on your rib.
What?
A dry rub instead of barbecue sauce, whatever. You don't want to let it sit because the salt.
First of all, you get to find a dry rub.
Dry rub. It's dry spices that you put on your meat.
Remember who you're talking to. You're talking to me. You're talking to the crowd. So you say dry rub. I got to know what that
Dry
is.
rub. Well,
You got excited in your dry rub.
Yeah. This isn't prom night.
Brought him back to junior high.
It's not prom night, Cashy. Calm down. All right.
Dry
So,
rub.
so you take you
like
get
an
it's
eye
your
job.
spices. So you can go to the store and you can look on the shelves there, and you see it'll say mesquite rub spice or something from that, from all your flavored different spices that you can do for your ribs and stuff like that. The key, whatever it is you put on it, take a little bit, whatever it is, take a little bit of brown sugar and put it in there with your whatever spice they're giving you. See, it'll. Here's the thing: you'll get a nice caramel sweet flavor on it. But more importantly, when you go to mix it together really nice. When you rub it on your ribs, you have to rub it into the meat, Cash. Okay, I'm just done. You're giggling like a little schoolgirl here. You have to
He
rub
can't
it
handle things like
I know.
like meat and dry rub.
and rub it in really good, chef. But do it right before you're going to cook it. Don't let it sit, because these things are high in sodium, and what they will do is the salt will suck out all the moisture, and you'll get dry, crappy ribs. All right, and any kind of meat you're going to do it. If you're going to do dry rub on them, any kind, do it right before. Don't do it overnight. Let it sit in their fridge. It'll take all the moisture out. So you rub your stuff in, and then you flip your ribs upside down. You rub both sides. Take a little knife. Now, if you're not going to, there's a little bit of membrane on the ribs. If you're not going to remove them, and you don't have to, just slice in between each of your ribs. All right. Now, it'll keep them from curling up and keep them from getting chewy. All right. So when you're cooking, the flavor gets in there and makes them nice and tender. All the heat and the marinade and whatever you're doing. So if you got a grill or something like that, keep it on low. You can wrap your ribs in aluminum foil, put it in there around 250. If you got a smoker, you just leave it right on the rack. And if you're going to use a smoker, mix up your chips. Don't be afraid. Like you do apple wood or cherry wood or whatever they give you. Mix it with some hardwoods like hickory or something like that. Give you a really smoky flavor, but the nice little hint of apple wood,
No, Cassius, a smoker is something you cook food in.
What a freaking smoke.
Okay, all right.
Oh, well,
I got you.
You guys can sit on here and make fun of me all you want. Go ahead.
Okay.
Knock yourselves out. Man.
He's culinarily illiterate.
I don't think so.
So what you do, but either way, here's the key to this. You want to keep that heat around 250, 275, but you want to go at least 4 hours.
Can I cook this on the back of the car?
Yeah, but you
Oh,
got to
that's what
make
I'm
sure.
interested in.
Okay, you grill it for 4 hours, baby. At least 4 hours.
4 hours before the game?
Yeah, well, before the game, and then you reheat them up when you get down there or whatever. You do it right there. I mean,
Get there early enough.
Yeah, get there early enough, baby. You're going to be cooking. You're going to be drinking all day. Come on. And then at the very end there for the last hour, you just brush a little barbecue sauce on it. You wrap it up in foil, put it in there so it doesn't mess up your little grill there or whatever. It'll baste it inside its own heat, come to a small boil in there. It'll be awesome. Delicious.
There you go.
And if you want you want a nice little coleslaw to go with that?
No. Nobody wants coleslaw.
I love coleslaw.
Nobody wants coleslaw. That is the most uneaten food in the history of food. Do you know how many
I've never heard that before. Uneaten food?
Do you know how many times they give it to me on my, the sides of my burgers and things like that, and how many times that immediately gets thrown right in the trash can? They probably just put it right back in the thing. They put it back in the fridge.
They do that with French fries too. They put it on a dish.
I don't buy that whatsoever.
What are you talking about?
They don't put French fries back into.
No. I put French fries as a side dish. A lot of people don't eat that either. I know.
No. Okay, I thought you meant they put the fries back.
Hey, if it's a good coleslaw, it depends. That's where you're getting it at. If you're getting at the diner down the street where it's, but if you're getting at a restaurant where,
the chef is working.
Yeah.
Get that authentic slaw.
Yeah. Actually, I like the coleslaw over at Acme. They got that, what's it, Mr. Joe's or whatever it is, coleslaw over at Acme. It was pretty good, man. Not bad. It's not good when you're making a special. Corned beef special with the coleslaw on it. I mean, I guess.
You got to have a corned beef. You got to have slaw on your corned beef.
Yeah, that's not a corned beef special without that. Can't be. Can it be?
No.
Could be extra.
It's just a corned beef on rye then.
Corned beef on rye, yeah. Got to have that coleslaw on it. Sorry, Mike. You got coleslaw on that.
You're on your own.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Well, that's the chef giving us his NFL tailgate special.
There you go.
Get down there early. Those 1 o'clock games.
Forget about it. Get up there 8 o'clock with we got next. You might as well do the next night, the night before. Get that all beefed up. Yeah.
You can. It's just a quick.
Now, if you're working for a party of 8, party of 16, it's gonna be a little rough, right?
No. Why would it be rough? You
got volume.
Well, then if you're worried about volume, then I would do it I would do them the night before. And
got to do small ones. Got to do like the mini ribs, man. You can't do the big ones. Baby backs.
I always use baby backs.
Yeah, whatever.
But hey, you can get at least 8 to 10 on there. 8 to 10 racks on there. It's a lot of money though.
It's a lot of eating, man. It's a lot of eating before the game. Right.
You better throw some up.
Listen, next week we're gonna have the chef's gonna come in. He's gonna give us the ultimate hot dog recipe.
I got it.
Okay.
Already,
I don't want the dog that you get out. I don't want the dog that you throw in the grill. You throw ketchup and relish, all that bullshit. I want the hot dog that comes back at you, man. When you bite into that, unbelievable. Not ballpark, Frank.
I want something you're gonna feel churning in your stomach.
Yes, absolutely.
For the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
Something you may regret afterwards.
The hangover cure.
It's only regrettable when it goes down. Once it goes through the system, it's
the hangover cure, baby.
Yeah, hangover.
All that grease stops up all. All right, I got you.
Good grilled hot
next
dog,
week,
man.
We
smell everybody's running over the car. I don't want one of those. That's brought to you by BZIGroup.com. BZI Insurance. Check him out, boy. Brian's in with the Obamacare stuff, which kind of fading away. Give him a call, 1-800-431-4834 for all your insurance needs. BZI Group Insurance. Check them out at bzigroupinsurance.com. All right. What's going on now, man?
You tell me. I mean, if you want to get to that time.
Yeah, no.
To me, it's always that time. Yeah. I'm ready to kick the show off with it.
Let's play a little game first.
You want to play a little game?
Yeah, let's play a little game first.
All right, let's play a little game. We debuted this a couple of weeks back before the chef missed last week. So it's the Wall special, the Wall spinoff show. It's a little Would You Rather, folks, where it's going to go a little sports, a little non-sports. Sometimes, I don't know, just let me know what you're thinking, all right? Boys, would you rather? You got a time machine. You just build it, all right? Or somebody gave it to you. It was a nice,
it's built on
a nice present. You're going back in time. You're going back to 2000 to tell the Eagles, draft Tom Brady. This Tom Brady kid's pretty good. Or you're going back to 2011, telling the government, hey, 9/11 is about to happen. What are you doing?
9/11.
Cashy? You telling the Eagles to draft Tom Brady? Or are you telling the government, hey, 9/11's around the corner? Look into this. What's more important to you?
Is that a trick question?
Not a trick question. It's a simple question. What would you rather do? He'd rather stop the national tragedy.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I can't.
All right,
if I say the other thing,
testing your fandom. Come on, I'm just checking out. I mean,
Tom Brady's good football. It's football, though, man. That's secondary to
life. I didn't say there's a right or wrong answer. I'm just throwing things out there for you.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather go 1-on-1 in a street fight with Brock Lesnar, no weapons, or would you rather get a tattoo of Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith on your back?
I'm fighting Brock.
I'm fighting Brock.
You're fighting Brock.
Yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
go down quick, man. I'll do a dive.
You gotta knuckle up with him. You can't just curl on a ball.
Oh no, I'm in. I would like to try that.
You'd like to try that.
Yeah.
All right, that's on you.
Gee,
This one's sports related. And this one's actually just, I want you to think about this one because it's going to sound obvious at first. Would you rather have Tiger Woods' career or just his life in general right now? Or would you rather have Phil Mickelson's career? Would you rather the championships?
Tiger.
You'd rather the championships and the just fall from grace?
I don't think I could shoot myself in the stomach anymore with that Zimbaldo or whatever.
Still getting broads, man. I'll take the Woodster.
All right. I figured Mickelson's everybody's lovable guy, beautiful wife, got the family going on, or would you rather have
because
all the glory at first, but then you are now the biggest.
I still laugh whenever he's like 30 yards out, and he's like, there he is pitching wood. Yeah.
Woe is me, Nick Mickelson. He's a good golfer, but
he's got a couple. He's got like 5 majors or 3 majors, whatever he's got.
Listen, he's got something brewing that's not too good there. He's been named too many times in this situation.
Look, he's got a little. He makes some money on the side. Don't worry about how he makes it.
Exactly.
He tried to filter it through all those shots he's getting for his psoriatic arthritis.
Up, man. Something's brewing that they're hiding from him because they can't afford to have another one of their
golden boys. He's the golden boy now.
Yeah, he is.
The career.
He needs to win something soon because these young guns are really playing well.
They're tearing them up, man.
They're good to watch, and they're setting their own.
They're fun.
They're even starting to dress their own way. You know what I mean? They're getting a little sloppy. It's starting to become like tennis. Remember, tennis went from the white shorts all of a sudden. Who was the guy with the long hair? What was his name?
Sampras?
Nah, the other dude, the one who married the
Agassi?
Yeah,
Agassi.
Agassi with the long hair. And
he's bald now. I only know him as bald Agassi.
He put the colored shirts on.
He started wearing the bling.
The colored shirts are in though.
No, back then it was all
white.
It
was all white.
But I'm saying for golf now, though.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Back in the day, everybody was in white shorts.
Back in the day. But Tiger's been wearing red since '96.
Well, Tiger changed his shirt too. He's
the one that changed all the colors. Remember, they used to drive. You could watch. There's always pullover shirts and
the most color you saw was
sweaters.
Chichi Rodriguez used to wear a colorful hat or whatever, and he used to have some stuff.
The most color you saw was Tiger on 18.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm sorry, it was too easy. You said the most kind of. Here we go. This is for tickets for seats for going to games. Would you rather have the best seat in the house to every championship in 2015? That's the Super Bowl, all the World Series games, Stanley Cup, NBA championships. Best seat in the house for all of them. Or would you rather have the best seat in the house to every Philadelphia sports game, road games included, in 2015? So you can go to every Eagles game, you can go on the road free, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I like that.
I go to the championships.
Just the championships?
Yeah. Nah, I would go to all of them.
We got freaking Eagles games all over the place.
You don't have to go, but you had the ticket. You had the seats.
Well, okay.
So I'd rather go to all of them.
You can't sell them. All right, come on. You can't be the scumbag who wins a prize and tries to sell it on the internet.
No, I think I would like to because one of my things is I would like to hopefully go try to your fantasy little dream is I want to do the baseball tour.
I want
to do the baseball tour.
I had that when I was a kid. I was like, man, I would love one summer just to travel to see every stadium
and just see every stadium. Yeah, I would love to do that. So I would have to go in that. And you know what? There's a couple of the hockey arenas I would like to see too.
All of them.
Yeah. So absolutely.
You're going with the championships?
Yeah.
He's a man who wants the goal.
I ain't got the time for the little games. I ain't got the time for all that.
It's not just Philadelphia. I just said you can go anywhere. You can travel, see the whole country.
Watching Philadelphia sports teams.
Well, you can root for the other team if you really want to.
I just told you. You asked me a question.
All right, I'll give you the answer.
I go to championship games.
Final question here. Which of these Philadelphia what championship did you most want to have? If you can go back in time, which one would you want? The Sixers 2001 championship against the Lakers with a big upset. Would you rather had the Eagles win that Super Bowl against the Patriots, Super Bowl 39? Would you rather the Phillies have repeated in 2009? Or would you rather have the Flyers Stanley Cup in 2010? Which of those lost championships in the past 15 years did you most want?
To me, I like the Stanley Cup run because it was a surprise, and the surprise got you so excited about it, and they played such good hockey during that run until that one game in Chicago.
Goal,
The other game, the Super Bowl, I kind of thought we were we should have won that game, but we were there. We built that team won that year. They got there. They weren't there from a surprise. None of the teams. The only other team I can think of, the '93 Phillies, were another surprise. They didn't win it, but they got there. We didn't expect nothing from that team. But the Flyers was the most disappointing because the run was so good, and they did it in such a way with all the
dramatic finishes,
everything. Right back to the shootout in New York. So it was built for them to win that, and it's disappointing because they didn't win it. And once again, in sports, when you get to a certain point, a certain way, and then you don't win it, all that goes down the drain. It's forgotten. No one cares about it anymore.
The only reason that was not forgotten because they were first time the team in hockey They came back being down 0, bound 3, and they come back with 4.
And the way it did, and even in the final game, so those were real. It would have been a great storyline that finished right, and it didn't. And unfortunately, I think that did that finish the night Holiday threw his no-hitter? No, it was the next game. That was the game they won. Right, that's the game after that. Right. I remember watching that in Florida. But that's the sport I would have liked to have seen that. Surprise champion.
I can tell you now that is not the pick I would have thought you guys would have went with.
What were you?
I mean, I assume that Eagles Super Bowl was always the one every guy wants that the Super Bowl ring and all that. I didn't think it would be a unanimous Flyers choice. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I mean, just because of the way it went. The Eagles
because of the run there, yeah.
The year the Eagles went to the Super Bowl, I didn't want them to win value-wise.
For your own reason.
Same thing to Tampa Bay. When Tampa Bay took them to the championship game, it was like, wow, that's too bad. Yeah, I hear that.
1,000.
That is
never bet with the heart, man.
No. And that is the Wall Report. Would you rather?
Yeah. I would just like to say goodbye to, Jon Stewart left the air. Now, I followed this guy off Comedy Central for almost 16 years, and I thought he was, quite frankly, I think was a genius when it came to comedy. And politically, he was a threat to everybody. He was a threat that he destroyed.
He should run for president.
Yeah. And you know what? He's got as much as talent. Well, he knows so much more about politics than Donald Trump will ever know. And the fact that his feud with Donald Trump is so huge. It's like it's like he gets on TV for the past year and all he did is go against Donald Trump and Fox. And the funniest thing was when Donald Trump put his run for president and Stewart was quitting, he was like, he couldn't believe it. This is the golden egg for comedy and material. Much like us, he loves material, and that's all we feed on is other people's material. And if there is none, then we're dumb. But I didn't miss an 11 o'clock show, hardly ever. And if I did, I caught it at 2 o'clock or the next day. I think it's 6. It goes back on. But as far as making you laugh and making you understand politics through comedy, much like George Carlin did back in the 70s and 80s, where he made a point, but through comedy. And then the funny thing is, when you come back, like they used to come back at Jon Stewart, literally George Carlin, they come back and it's only comedy. So even if right or wrong, if
when it comes to comedy, you can say anything you truly feel and anything you want to say, but then it's just comedy.
It's like Fox News and Jon Stewart back and forth with each other, and you'd watch it go back, and Fox News would get so, irate about all the stuff he said. He just smiled and said, "What are you gonna do?"
I'm just saying what you're saying.
Yeah, it's comedy,
Yeah. And I was thinking, I'm obviously, as we've mentioned past couple weeks, I'm not a politic guy. I don't care. I can watch Jon Stewart, and I enjoy Jon Stewart. It's one of my dad's favorite shows. Yeah. So I've sat and watched many an episode, and it's funny. I laugh out loud, even though I kind of only know 50% what's going on, but his jokes are funny.
And I can sit here and you watch the last show. I didn't like the last show. Last show I think was scripted too much for him but the point what he was doing with the last show was showing how many people have come out this show.
Oh, he's made stars.
I mean, actors.
He's made stars.
Actors, yeah. I mean, Colbert should be kissing his ass right to the end and what he's going to do. Well, now Colbert's going on to late night TV and he's probably going to, I don't know what kind of show he's going to do. He's going to do a Colbert show. He's going to do more like a Johnny Carson or a Letterman type thing. But he's a very animated guy and he's political. And it's going to be a political show for sure, unless they're telling him not to do his thing. But if they tell Colbert, don't do your thing, then it's not going to be him anymore. It won't be. It's like telling Jon Stewart, don't go after Fox News. It just won't work. But you know what? I'm going to miss his platform. I know they're going to put somebody else in his spot, but it's never going to be him because I think the guy is independently very intelligent, whether he's got writers or not. You just see by the way he what he's got to say and who listens to him. That's what's key with Jon Stewart. He's won eight Emmy Awards.
I don't know which one, but it's been a lot.
He's a lot. He's always up there for the nominee if he does it, but he wins it a lot because the show it explains everything and it really puts it out. And even when he left, he said, "Don't be naive. Don't let this go away. If it doesn't look good to you, it's not good to you. Don't be." Looking at
a list of the correspondence that came off of his show, it's insane.
It's got to be 30 or 40 of them.
Rob Riggle, John Oliver, Rob Corddry, Ed Helms.
It's not with John Oliver. John Oliver's got his own show
on HBO.
On HBO. It's a good show too. In fact, it is. It's like Jon Stewart. He took over for Jon Stewart when he did his movie, and he's not bad. and it's the same genre too. You know, you're going to get the same kind of reporting.
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell, yeah. I mean, you guys.
Josh Gad. I mean, you know who he is. He's one of the he's a rising actor.
Yeah.
He's in Frozen, which is big enough like that. But Michael Che left to do SNL. Like even all these guys who aren't even the main names, but just they became movies, SNL, all this.
I saw when I was watching the show.
Olivia Munn.
Right, Olivia Munn was on her. I don't even remember her.
Yeah, she had a 9-month spell.
Yeah, even the ones they were parading out there. I was looking. They came from Jon Stewart. I don't remember them as who they were at that time. Great show, man. And he doesn't have to leave. He's just doing it on his own to open up an animal shelter in New Jersey.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah,
he should. Honestly, God, if he runs for president, he'll win. Yeah, I know he's not. Obviously, it's too late. I mean, if he were to run for president, it's not like he doesn't have the knowledge. I mean, it wouldn't be unprecedented. Reagan was an actor first.
Listen, he gets, and Reagan was a nutcase too. Before when he ran for president, they treated him just the way they're treating Trump. Like, what's this guy doing? He's a movie star running.
Well, he was governor for a little bit in California.
Before when he started running for governor. When they started getting nuts with him, then it's the goop. But that's how California was.
Well, it's not like he didn't have experience though. Like he was head of the the unions out there and all that too. So he had a little bit of politics delving into with that. So
be it as may, Jon Stewart will be missed, and I hope he stays in it somehow or another. Like he does shows. I know he said he might do a little stand up run like that or specials or things like that. Probably appear. I wouldn't be surprised to see him appear on some of these new shows when he has something to say. Well, like you said, 16-year run. He's tired. Wants to spend time with his family, and hopefully somebody takes over for him. I used to look at Bill Maher on HBO as the same way, but I kind of lost a little bit of Bill Maher. He's not as intelligent as Jon Stewart, and he thinks one way. Sometimes his show's good, sometimes not. I don't like his guest anymore. It seems like he nobody wants to go on Bill Maher. Mostly Democratic and not
because Bill Maher more so. And again, I don't really watch the rest of episodes, but he's more he'll attack his guests.
Yeah.
Whereas Stewart he'll let you say what you got to say.
He's not
he may make fun of you,
and he gets and Bill. And the thing about Maher's an hour. Jon Stewart did this all in a half hour. Okay, and he brought in guests
with censorship. Right.
Only beeps, not really censorship. The censorship was just the guy because they did say whatever they want. He had a great interview with Obama several times, and everybody comes on that show to promote their stuff because they know it's they're going to get a good 7 minutes is probably what they get on the average to do their thing before he goes off the air. But I'm going to miss his Donald Trump stuff, which was really good. It was it was the start of every show. So I just wanted to put that out there as one of my TV type heroes, but I don't know, not a hero, but it's just somebody that you expected to watch, Monday through Thursday every week for the most part, so that's my thing. I'm gonna miss Jon Stewart. I hope somebody takes his place, right? B.
I never watched him.
Yeah.
It wasn't, maybe it's just because of the time slot or whatever. I just never. Usually, a lot of times I was working or whatever. And
How dare you?
Hey, I watch the news and I would have other things to do. So, but other than that,
now the Wall Report.
Yes, it is. It's time for the original. There's intimidator or what's what I'm looking for, imitators, and then there's the real thing. This is the real thing. It's the Wall Report.
That's why we come on the air.
Yeah, I was still waiting for the cheers and applause, but that's fine. Thank you very much. If you're not going to give me the automated one, you got to do it yourself.
My game.
Get to it.
All right, Wall Report kicking off today. We got, I don't know if you were following social media, but it was actually trending. It was the number one trend at one point. Wide receiver, actually wrote the wrong name down, but
we're doing a lot of that tonight.
Wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns, Josh. Oh my God, I wrote the wrong name. I wrote Josh Smith. That's obviously not the name.
It's Bob Hayes.
But anyway, Josh Gordon of the Cleveland Browns. It was all over Twitter that he got arrested for another DWI. Career was over.
Put him in Nab's cage.
Not so fast, my friend. It was a news station in Atlanta accidentally retweeted a 2014 article about his arrest. It was the number one trend on Twitter. People saying, and the Sports Goombahs even tweeted about it, called him an idiot, told him to stop. But it was actually an error. It was an old article. He's not arrested. He's completely fine, and he's looking good in camp from what we hear. So he's not a deadbeat. Well, he may still be. Tragic news. Second, I mean, we actually mentioned this last week on the report. The corny banners being flown over training camps. Apparently, the Jets did it now. Everybody thinks it's the coolest thing to do.
Yeah.
Cowboys, because we mentioned Cowboys flew one over and said, we got the division. Eagles had their own flying over. We got DeMarco. Unfortunately, the pilot crashed and died while taking off.
Was it that plane? Is that
It was that
confirmed?
plane.
Okay.
Yeah.
At first they weren't saying
they weren't
anything.
100%, but then they came. Yeah, he was up. They was ready to go to fly over to the Dallas camp and crashed and died. So your stupid, corny little banners over practices. You know, it's funny the first time, but when every team's fans bases are doing it, get over it.
Means nothing.
Happy news for you here, Michael Sam. Got an update on him. He's actually made a CFL debut for the Montreal Alouettes.
Now you know.
Now he's officially the first openly gay player to play professional football because preseason actually doesn't count if you don't even knew that or not.
Yeah, but he's going to he's different countries too.
Although there are reports, teammates are not happy. They say he gets preferential treatment and they don't like it at all.
Why not?
So the gay bashing begins already.
Canada, they got their own rules.
Actually, we'll get to that. Get to that now. Then the Hamilton Tiger Cats recover an onside punt for a touchdown in a game against the Toronto Argonauts.
Wait.
Yes, an onside punt is a thing in the CFL. It's a thing.
Hit the ground first.
Yes, of course. What it is, and I was going to ask you, do you want this rule in the NFL?
Sure.
If a guy, one of the gunners, lines up behind the punter's line of scrimmage, he's technically allowed to recover the ball, and it's a live ball.
That's bush league stuff.
I think it's awful. I think it's ridiculous.
I don't want to change the NFL. I
don't.
I'm trying to mess with the 2-point conversions and stuff like that.
I don't need my fantasy team to get an onside punt touchdown. It's just gonna throw everything off. So, but yeah, you're right. They do have a different whole set of rules. Thank you for the segue there. Tom Brady's personal emails were released over the week, and they are absolutely hilarious. I don't know if you read any of them.
Oh, some of them are funny as hell.
His email exchange with the pool company was the greatest thing ever. What I don't know if you guys have pools, but there's a difference between a seasonal pool cover and an off-season pool cover, and he didn't get this. They're telling him, Tom, you need a new full-time one. He goes, oh, I already have one. He goes, no, you don't have one. And they're going back and forth.
Giselle made the call.
Yeah, Giselle made the call. She said he wanted white. They said, Tom, we don't have white. He goes, why? How do you not have white? He's calling him. He's going off, calling him names, cursing. And then eventually the guy goes, all right, we spoke to G. She's getting gray. It's already ordered.
Can you imagine if he didn't destroy his phone? This is why. This is why.
This is what we're missing here.
This is why Tom Brady says you can't take my phone.
Exactly.
Come on.
He may be an idiot behind the scenes for all we know.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you know the difference? You have a pool. You don't know the difference between
how
seasonal.
many texts did you think he got for leaving the toilet seat up? That kind of stuff.
Do you see his house?
No.
It's a whole block.
Of course, it should be.
You can't
it should be.
It's ridiculous.
And apparently, one of the things that came out in all the emails is he calls all of his friends babe, guy or girl. He calls them all babe.
Really?
Cheeky babe. Because they're all babes to him.
Yeah. Hey, babe. What's going on, baby?
San Francisco Magazine.
Sammy Davis shit. Hey, baby. Yeah.
It's an actual magazine. San Francisco Magazine. I don't know if you heard, Alden Smith was arrested again, got cut. They had San Francisco Magazine had a scheduled feature, an in-depth editorial on the redemption story of Alden Smith. They had the covers all printed up. The story was written before it went to press. Got arrested, got cut. Whole magazine had to get scrapped because your main featured article no longer valid. He's not redemption. There's no redemption. He's cut. He's out.
That sucks, Chicky babe.
No.
NF.
Possibly through the Eagles. We need some pass rushers.
Sure.
Deshaun Jackson.
We need some criminals on this team. We're lacking that.
Deshaun Jackson injures himself running into a blocking sled just 3 days after he claims no one in the NFL can't stop me, including Revis, Sherman, no one.
That's not
technically a sled's not a person, so no one did stop him, and then an object did stop him. That's perfect, Deshaun. That's perfect.
Such a wasted football player, man. Oh.
And that's why you know why he's cut.
You make the claim that nobody can't stop me, and then 3 days later you get stopped,
KO'd by the sled.
Love it. Yeah, I mean he's separated his shoulder. He'll probably be fine, but it's just funny. It's just perfect timing.
You're right.
Perfect timing.
Should be fine. Absolutely.
Floyd Mayweather was on one of the stupid ESPN shows. He named his top 5 boxers of all time.
Him and who else?
He was number 1, of course. Muhammad Ali, 5th. 5th. Who was ahead of him? Roberto Duran, Pernell Whitaker, who I've never heard of, and Julio Cesar Chavez are better boxers than Muhammad Ali.
Well, first of all, he's not a better boxer than Muhammad Ali. That's number one.
You can debate that, though.
Sure, you can debate a lot of them. I mean, I heard Klitschko say the other day that he thinks he could beat Muhammad Ali. You know, Klitschko's been the champion for 13 years
and
now?
Again,
yeah,
you may be able to make that claim.
Everybody wants to beat Muhammad Ali. That's what they want to do. Everyone's
5th
better
best.
than him.
That's like saying Jordan's.
But that's not
best.
beating him. That's like beating him, digging the hole, putting him in there, and covering him with sand.
They can say whatever you want. Mayweather, he's not even close to an Ali.
Ronda Rousey could beat his ass.
Yeah, that's right. I want to see that fight.
But for him to say it while he's an actor, that's like LeBron. That's like LeBron come out saying, "Yeah, Jordan's 5th." You know, you got me, Charles Barkley,
first of all,
Bird. Let
me just cut in there with LeBron. Jordan made it known this week that he could take LeBron 1-on-1 in his prime, not a problem.
Yeah, when you are the best, or at least you're in the conversation,
right.
You had the right to say that.
Yeah.
Like if LeBron really want to say I'm better in my prime than Jordan, he'll get killed for it, of course. But he technically can make that.
He could try to make
no
that.
One, if you're that good, you're not going to say no way. I'm not the best. No way.
Kobe could say that too.
Kobe can,
yeah,
and Kobe can say in my prime
that.
I was better than Jordan.
Yeah.
Again, he'd get killed for it because because Jordan's untouchable.
None of those guys are better than him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Jordan's untouchable. I'm saying in the media you can't say anything negative about Jordan.
We can.
The WWE,
He's a gambling fool.
We're not the media.
WWE recently debuted a new group of divas. They named them the Submission Sorority, not realizing that's the name of a porn site. So all their fans, Googling Submission Sorority, getting led to porn. So they apologize. I don't know if they really announced that, but they quickly changed the name to something else. I don't remember what the name was, but way to do your fact. You didn't even Google your own thing. Come on.
I love it when people do stupid stuff like that.
On a somewhat similar topic, I guess. Blackhawk star Patrick Kane.
Yes.
Oh, he's a subject of rape claims from a female claiming he overpowered her, bit her, and raped her.
Nice. Good job.
That's not good.
Yeah,
That's one of the stars of the team in the league.
Yeah, when you win 3 Stanley Cups, you think you're king all of a sudden.
But here's the thing: will he get suspended more than Tom Brady? Probably not.
Nah, it's hockey.
It's hockey, exactly.
Well, he's got a really, 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 really good, expensive lawyer.
I'm hoping Brady would too. Seattle Sounders forward. This is soccer. We gotta have our soccer. Chad Barrett injured himself while celebrating his first minute goal against the LA Galaxy. So there's nothing better than a good celebration injury. Brings you back to the Bill Gramaticas and the Heath Schulers of the world. We get to run those clips again. Nothing better than a good celebration injury. This is a weird one here. The English League One, which is the 3rd division of football, or soccer, sorry. Doncaster Rover, they accidentally scored a game go-ahead goal in the 89th minute of the game. And they asked us, how do you accidentally score a game-winning goal? Player gets injured in soccer. It's customary you kick the ball out of bounds, let them get healthy. So the team kicked it out. The team threw it in. We're just getting it back to them. Accidentally put it in the net. So they let the other team come down all the way down and score the game-time goal. Game ended 1-1 draw. You don't see too many
1-1 draws?
Well, yeah, no, you see a lot of 1-1 draws. We don't see too many teams accidentally scoring and then purposely saying, hey, tie this thing up because the game's over in 1 minute. You better score real quick. So that happened there. Clearwater Threshers, of course, a Phillies minor league team. They're supposed to play the Tampa Bay Yankees. It was canceled on Friday due to a distracting circus tent outside of the stadium. I don't know who decided to put a giant circus right outside the stadium over center field or behind center field wall. So I guess it was distracting. They canceled the game. It's a lot of weird cancellations in sports. I can guarantee this is the first cancellation due to distracting circus tent. Mets reliever Jerry Blevins, he's missed most of the year after he took a line drive off his forearm, rebroke his forearm, falling off a curb.
Oh,
The old falling off the curb injury. That's another classic.
was he drinking?
Probably. Jose Bautista hit a home run for the Blue Jays against the New York Yankees in their dominating sweep. The fan throws the ball back as customary. He nailed Brett Gardner in the back of the head with the throwback. Do you get ejected for that or persecuted? I mean,
he took it real good too. He just wiped it off.
Yeah, he was fine with it, but you throw something
You know
on a
what?
field and hit a
Let's-
player.
Let's stop a second and talk about that throwing the ball back, which something that started in Chicago.
Yeah.
And now it's spread to Philadelphia, and you get half
Probably,
if you
probably
don't do
everywhere.
it. I know it's almost like, who said everybody can repeat that, what Chicago did? It's like, everybody, no one has their own thing. It's getting to be out of hand now, people throwing the balls back. And the worst was last year when the announcers for the Phillies were seated doing the show from the outfield. From the outfield, they had they're doing a play-by-play out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the guy's name that does who does the play-by-play for the Phillies?
I was barely paying attention. I don't know.
The play-by-play.
Name any. I don't know the difference.
McCarthy.
McCarthy caught the ball in the outfield, caught a home run pit, and then throws it back. I mean,
you have to.
But here's the no, you don't have to, because I'm sitting here thinking, this is never going to happen again. It's never going to happen. They're going to sit a broadcasting
What are the odds
crew
of that happening?
out in center field catching the ball.
Yeah, but he doesn't need that ball. What's he going to do with
I'm
it?
not talking about him needing the ball. The whole idea of it, to me, that's history right there. Because it's probably never going to happen again.
Yeah.
And not even that, they got the camera on him. It's ironically, there's a camera on him, and they show him putting the glove on and then positioning himself to catch the ball. So he's doing the play-by-play of the home run.
Long fly ball coming right at me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's coming, and that's history. I mean, to me, that's like, get a statue or a picture put up on the wall for that. Something that probably will never happen again. Because number one, they don't have broadcasting things out in the outfield too often, although they did put him behind home plate last week. But the whole idea that the odds of that happening, and him having a freaking glove out there.
Well, I'm sure he had a glove.
But I mean, you think it's going to come out there. Like, you don't think people in front of you will be jumping up, or Matt Stair's going to jump over you. They're the ball players, But to me, and then he throws it back in there. To me, don't throw it back. Give it to some kid if you have to. Worst case scenario, find a kid around you who never had a baseball. Why throw it back on the field where that ball's going to end up somewhere that has nothing to do with what just happened, which I think is history. Stupidity, man. That's what that was. And they all made fun of it. And they're like, oh, you got to throw it back. No, you don't. Don't throw it back in there. Hold on to that ball. Give it to somebody. No, you don't. You don't have to do nothing.
You really just suggested they put a statue up for it. You really just suggested. You realize that, right?
I'm not the statue.
If they had a statue of McCarthy holding a ball in your hand, you would come in here going insane.
No, I wouldn't. Absolutely wouldn't.
Oh, my God.
I was so pissed
Statues
off.
are meant for legends and heroes. Not Tom McCarthy catching a home run ball.
No, you're wrong. You're totally wrong. He
was bloviating about it for 20 minutes.
No, you understand it. You don't throw that ball back in. If you're
it should be in the Hall of Fame.
No, if you're the freaking announcer, okay, you don't throw it back. You do give it to a kid if you don't want to keep the ball, or you take it home, or you do something with it.
He's going to give it to a kid, and he's going to pull a Brett Gardner and hit a kid in the back of the head with it.
Now you take.
Now you got a lawsuit in your hands.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't waste that ball. That ball ends up in somebody's
I'll
hands.
waste the ball.
I bet anyway, some cleanup guy down who's cleaning up for, like, oh, there's a baseball. They gave this to me. Meanwhile, that ball traveled to.
It probably was in BP the next day.
Yeah, get back your
I'll be quiet. You did a good job. I'm not going to kick the man.
Yeah, see? I only had one more thing left.
Go
ahead. It's something big must happen when I'm talking about Formula One. Formula One driver Jensen Button and his wife, they were robbed. How they were robbed? The crooks gassed their house with anesthetics to knock them out. Stole $465 worth of stuff from the French vacation.
That was an inside job.
That's like a Bond villain, or that's like an Ocean's 13 type.
How much money did they steal?
465. How much are you paying Formula One drivers?
Yeah, how much did it cost?
That's just his vacation home. That's not his home.
That sounds like, if you're able to pump a house full of that much gas, you probably spent like $1,000 on the gas.
No, you probably spent $200,000 on the gas. You got to make your money back somewhere.
I know.
So they're disappointed when they got in there.
Yeah,
they got in there and there's like nothing laying around.
Well, there must have been something. $465,000.
Put that much effort to a race car driver.
$465,000.
Yes.
Oh,
I said $4,000.
No, $465.
No,
I
that's what you just said.
You said $465.
Oh, I apologize if I said that. I'll play the tape back.
That's why I'm sitting. I'm with you. I'm like,
that's like a wallet. That's not even like.
That's why I thought it was the joke.
$465,000 worth of stuff.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, I heard what I
heard. That's what I'm saying.
All
If I
right.
said 465, I wouldn't even make news.
No, I'd spend
news.
$10,000 on the gas then.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. They had
return on my investment.
They had to get the money back.
Yeah,
they had to make a break even. And that is the Wall Report. Got a little soccer. Got a little Formula One for you.
Yeah.
Trying to broaden my horizons.
Do I
here.
expect you to sleep, Mr. Bones? Yes.
For the next 12 hours. Why rob your house blind?
Yeah, the Lloyd part. Always good.
Always.
Always interesting. And always, but always informative. Well, that song means that we're coming to an end of another fantastic show here at the 515 Studios.
Don't forget, next Wednesday,
Talk to them.
19th, 8 p.m., the debut SG Fantasy Football Show. It's going to be a weekly show. We're going to break down everything, stardom, situm, positional rankings, sleepers, bust, everything you need to know. Come here, sgshow.net.
I'm going to need the help, too.
And who you want to be here with?
Be with Driggins.
Driggins.
Special guest Driggins. Jesse Driggins.
Jesse Driggins going to be here. Cashy the King. I got my chef to left, Brendan B. Mikey Wall. This is the Sports Goombahs, live in the 515 Studios every Monday night, 9 p.m. Join us next week. Have a good one.